We are live. Still trying to get everything situated at my new place.
Seems like it's got a pretty big living room there.
It's all right. It's not bad. It's not as big as I had, but it's not bad. A lot of stuff I don't have currently. I don't have my normal setup right now. I normally have it's sitting on the floor. I just haven't connected a normal TV at 32 inches, my second monitor, basically.
Right.
And so normally I have, when I'm doing these live streams, I have YouTube pulled up on it so I can sort of see what's going on, and I don't really have,
Yeah, I didn't realize last time that there we go. There's the comments. That the comments were on StreamYard, and I never paid attention to them unless you pulled them up on the screen.
Yeah. Where is... That's what I'm looking for. Hey, JM, I'm posting the link if you want to join us. Good evening, Gabe. Nice to see you on. Posted the link if you're able to make it in. I know you might still be at work. To share screen. Second. Share this. Oh. Yeah, man. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome. Hey, Dennis, see you out there. How's it going? Trying to share something here. There we go. That's what I want.
What do we have there? A cube?
It is a cube. So a very good friend of mine upgraded his 3D printer, and he gave me his 3D printer.
Mm-hmm.
I just got yesterday, and so this was a test print right there. It's a cube. It's just a general thing that I printed earlier. So I'm going to start dabbling in 3D printing a little bit. I have no clue what I'm doing, but I'm going to try it out. Kurtz RC, welcome. I have something else I'll show in a little bit. I might see if anybody can guess what it is. It was during the printing process, so experimenting with that.
So a little trial by fire then?
Yep, exactly. I'm really lucky because my buddy had this. Actually, I'm the third person to own this 3D printer. One of our good friends had it first, and my buddy bought it from him, and he gave it. So he's pretty much had it set up. Basically all I had to do was plug it in. He even had some files on the memory card. I just had to turn it on and figure out how to select the file and print, really. So I've gotten a little, but I've already been downloading a few files off Thingiverse and trying out, and I've got software downloaded that I'm trying to play with. So figuring out how to create stuff from scratch is going to be an interesting one. Jack, good evening. Welcome.
Good afternoon. In the
Good
word,
to see you. Yeah,
the word,
I'm sorry. Yeah, afternoon for you.
in the words of Gabriel, is he?
Yeah, he.
Oh, yeah. In the words of Gabriel, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. There you
Hey,
go.
John. How are you, John?
Howdy.
So how's Australia?
Brian? Yeah, not too. We've had shocking weather here. We've had like 2 days of hottish kind of days, and then the next 2 days has been like absolute storms here.
We've had a lot of rain. Well, today, a fair amount of rain, I should say, today, and some yesterday.
But no snow, we don't get snow here. So I'm watching all these videos with all this snow over there. It's unbelievable, mate. G'day, Dennis. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Everyone in the chat.
Yeah, like I said, we got 6 inches of snow in the last 2 days, and it's about
6 inches.
yeah, between the last 2 days, and it's about 30-mile-an-hour winds and about 0 out.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm
You
so
doing
glad I
well?
don't have to deal with the snow. So glad I don't have that.
Yeah.
Hey, Gabs, how you doing, mate? I was just in another live stream on my other channel. I've been in bloody that many live streams lately. It's ridiculous. Last night I was in about 4 live streams last night.
Wow, nice.
But these aren't RC related though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right, because you do a lot of other stuff, music and stuff.
Well, I do. Yeah, I got my guitar channel. So, g'day, Kurt. How you doing? Good to see you, mate. Brandon, how you doing, brother?
Yep. Good evening, guys.
I do. I got a lot of other people doing live streams over there, but there's a whole heap going at the moment. So, and these live streams they go for like hours and hours and hours and hours. You know? There's a whole heap going. Yeah, thanks, Brandon. I watched. Sorry, I'll just quickly explain it. I watched. I was in a live stream last night, and this girl was filming the sunset. Her doorstep is the beach. So she walks out her door, and there's she's right on the beach. So she put the camera on the tripod and just filmed this sunset. It was absolutely unbelievable, this sunset.
Nice.
And I asked, can I use this footage? And I was thinking of putting my ambient guitar, my looping and soundscaping kind of guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And I just went through a couple of tracks to see what would fit in that. And I did The Sound of Silence about 4 years ago. Which I had to lay down 5 guitar tracks, which took me 3 days to record. And I thought I'll put it on there, and the stream went for 49 minutes, so I had to condense obviously the footage down to get the best parts when the sun's going down. And I put the track in there, and it worked out all right in the end.
Nice.
People are liking it and stuff like that. So obviously Brandon watched it. He's over on my other channel. Yeah. So it was awesome. Awesome bloody sunset.
Sweet. Very nice. So right before you jumped on, I showed this picture here, this cube.
Okay.
It's a 3D printed. It's a testing piece. My buddy gave me a 3D printer yesterday.
Oh, cool.
Because he upgraded. So I'm going to dabble in 3D printing. So this is my test print right there. And I got something else I'm going to share in a little bit that I printed. And I took a picture during printing. I want to see if anybody can figure out what it is.
It's another one of these games, is it?
Yeah, something, Hey, Kevin Gibbs, welcome.
Hey, Kevin, how you doing, brother?
But yeah, so now that my buddy gave me the 3D printer, I'm gonna see what else I can come up with. He actually 3D printed me some bumpers for my comp rig off this printer. So
wow.
See what else I can.
With 3D printers, you can do anything these days, can't
you? They can, honestly, yeah.
Oh, gee,
Yeah, I mean, I know some people are 3D printing bodies, for RCs and stuff. So I've seen some pretty nice looking ones.
Yep.
So yeah, it's pretty good
I'm
stuff.
liking how some of them are doing the interiors as well.
Yes, and that's actually something I want to try to figure out because I have a couple rigs I do want to do interiors on.
Yeah.
But I know making like creating the files for 3D printing is, don't turn the volume. Sorry, my son's with me in the background.
Yep.
But figuring out like making a file from nothing, that I have no clue what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Right now, I'm downloading stuff that I can get on Thingiverse and messing with those at the current moment.
Yep. Yeah,
I'm curious if anybody else has had any experience, anybody on the panel or anybody in the chat, if they've had any experience with 3D printing.
Well, you can do
I
like
haven't played with 3D printer yet.
you could do like I mean, you could practically start a business using 3D printers.
Yeah.
I'm sure a few people have, but
Oh yeah, absolutely.
if you do like the scale kind of stuff, whether you do interiors or bumper or whatever, I know the filament's not cheap. I know that, but I mean, you could sell this stuff online.
Absolutely.
Make yourself a bit of cash.
And I know people that do that.
Once you get good at it and you start taking other people's files, stuff that they want too, and like a service for them, you can make money.
Yeah. How are you, Brian?
Hey, Jack.
How you doing? How are you, brother? Yeah, well, you can make a bit of coin, a bit of pocket money here and there. It's no,
I mean, that's what I do with the stickers. It's basically been financing the RC hobby. So,
there you go, even better.
Yeah, so that's something there I printed earlier this evening. That's about halfway through the print.
Right.
And it's a little misleading because there's pieces in there that don't belong, but sometimes you have to have supports during the print to hold it. So it's a little misleading in the picture.
Yeah.
Brian knows what it is because I had already sent him pictures. And
Okay.
he's seen the finished product that I ended up breaking later. So I'll be printing that one again. Yeah, I'll be printing it again. Dennis in the chat.
Yeah, good old Dennis.
Yeah. And so it's been a busy week for me. I had to move. I moved into a new place this week. It's only my second night in my new place.
Yeah, I was going to say the background was a bit different.
Yep, I don't have my my room's not set up for my RC stuff. They're actually all sitting on the floor in the kitchen right now. So yeah, working on all that. So, but
anybody make any new purchases or anything cool RC this week?
Nope. I hardly buy anything these days, mate.
Brian, I think you picked up something new this week, didn't you?
Yeah, a few things. Got a 13 and a half turn motor for one of the drag cars, and the 5.5 turn, the second 5.5 turn motor finally came in. So, and then the local hobby shop started carrying Red Cat parts for the Gen 8, so I got the upgraded axle set finally.
Yep. Good set to have.
Yeah, I picked beginning of the week. I picked up my LMT.
Oh, you got it.
Yes, I did.
Nice. Have you played with it?
Yes.
And
I love it. And I realized I had the brake turned up a little too high because the very first time I sent it and wanted to slow down, I literally lifted it right up on the front wheel, on the nose like this, and dragged the front end of it.
Oh, so you were just doing Monster Jam stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, it was a complete accident,
Nice.
You can have 6 on the panel, Dennis.
Yep. Dump truck 256. Welcome.
Hey, Josh.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm jealous.
Oh yeah, like I said, it was 2 weeks ago. I went to the shop on a Monday, and they said there was one sitting there, and I go, so when's mine coming? They go, if the guy doesn't get hold of us by Saturday or by Friday, we're calling you Saturday. So I picked it up Sunday.
Nice, nice. You got the son of a digger, right?
No. Oh,
you
yeah,
got the
Son of Digger. Yeah, Son of Digger. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Sweet.
yeah. I picked up. I put the axle braces immediately on it.
Okay.
So they told me that last week, and I immediately ordered them. Like, yep, I'm not gonna waste the time or anything.
Yeah. Welcome, Dennis.
What's going on, guys?
Nothing much.
Hey, Dennis.
Good evening. So, Tina Louise, 143rd, said ordered Brazilian scale ATL chassis TRX skid and about $200 in K&K screws. That's a lot of screws.
Yeah.
But sounds like some nice parts. But and I know Kevin was saying a lot of people have been buying 3D printed bodies, and I remember seeing some at USTE last year. Not sure if I'm ready for 3D printing any bodies just yet, though.
A couple of guys that I know that have been 3D printing bodies, they've been taking 30, 40 hours to print one body.
I can only imagine. Because my buddy that gave me the 3D printer, he actually 3D printed a Glock 9mm.
Really?
Of course, it's just it's just really the handle. You still got to buy the barrel and trigger and all the metal inside pieces. But he and I'm trying to remember how many hours he said that was. 16 hours or something, I think.
I don't know if I would trust a 3D print on a gun, though.
Well, he 3D printed it 4 times, I think. And when he changed the settings, and he knows more about this stuff than I do, so I can't say a whole lot. But the first 2 cracked after one shot, but the one he's got, I saw it yesterday, held it in my hand, and I have a Glock 40, so sort of familiar. I was surprised. I mean, it's lighter than. I mean, it's extremely light, but he's had 5 rounds through it so far, no problems. He wants to take it to a range and put some more rounds through it. So,
is it just a 9 or is it a 40?
His is a 9.
Yeah, you get a 40 or a 45 behind it, it might split it all the way up the handle.
Maybe.
Yeah, that might come apart in your hand. That might be a little messy.
Yeah, I know. Of course, there's different materials, so I'm not sure what's the best stuff to use because I'm still learning this. But it's still cool nonetheless that you can 3D print that. So I think he's got about $300 into making that 9mm.
Wow. There's a couple guys that have been 3D printing the 24 scale bodies too lately, I've seen.
Now, that might not be too bad.
I think they're getting roughly 16, 17 hours out of it.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right. The cube that I showed earlier, that took 49 minutes to do that cube.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack.
Yep.
Earlier this week, you put up a picture on Facebook of a Commodore. What was that? I didn't really get to see the description on it.
That's the 1980 Bronx VC Commodore. I actually put it in the Tanks group picture thing where you post your pictures. I put it up just before.
Oh, you posted the same. That was the same time that you posted the picture of that Mercedes, right?
No. I just put the Commodore now, but I did post up. I think it was a memory that I put up. I think, Dennis.
Yeah, it was like from 4 years earlier.
4 years ago, was it?
Yeah, it was a shared memory.
4 years. Already 4 years. There you go. Time's going fast, man. Yeah, it's a 19. It's a Peter Brock 1980 VC Commodore.
Yeah, we know the Commodore is a Chrysler product.
Yeah.
Ford.
But for the scale, what it is for a little 10 scale, it's pretty spot on.
It looked
For
awesome.
for the 1-to-1, it's pretty spot on. Just the wheels are
Yeah.
the wheels that I've got on that is the A9X wheels, but they actually also use them on that car as well. But the only difference is the wheel wells aren't deep enough for the 1-to-1. So if you look at the 1-to-1 and you look at the wheels, they're different than what they are on my 110 scale. So that the for instance, the back wheels obviously are bigger. Usually that's how they work, but the wheel wells they don't go in as far as to the 1-to-1. It's the same as the A9X, the same thing. But for what they did, and it's a shame that they were discontinued. I think they were discontinued now about 3 years ago. That's part of my GV series. But I took that photo, like the one the one I just posted in the group, that calendar thing. I put another shot of it that I took, a proper shot. It's a Bocker shot, with the blue background and all that.
Mhm.
That's when I was actually on an athletics track. When I did a run around the athletics track with it.
Nice.
Make it like a little race sort of video,
Yeah.
Kevin, I agree. You can't have too many screws. Absolutely. Hey, Brian, what was that car again that you showed me a picture of earlier today? The Subaru.
Oh yeah. Hang on one second. It actually belongs to Josh Reed or Dump Truck 256 in the chat. Let me grab it real quick.
Yeah, this was pretty cool looking. He sent me a picture of earlier today. And RC Basher Boy says the Commodore, there's a certain year that they used the same body as the Pontiac GTO. Yep.
But they did 2005, 2008.
Yep, they did.
Wow.
Because it's actually, I know that because I had a few friends with GTOs, newer GTOs, and it was popular for them to get some of the specific stuff from the Commodores over and put them on their GTOs, like the badges and stuff. It was actually popular. But yeah, show us that rig, Brian.
So this is Josh works for the local Subaru dealer, and these were like a promotional item that customers could buy. It's officially licensed, and it is currently made by WL Toys, which anybody that knows WL Toys knows that they don't really ever get licensing for bodies or anything.
No. That's a 116. 116, is it, Brian?
Yeah, I think it's the A949 chassis.
Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's a nice body, though.
It's a nice body, yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, for sure.
They got it really close.
Yep.
And even the remotes even got their branding on it.
I can. I'll be back in a tick. I can show you a couple of. I could show you those two cars. I'll be back.
All right. Oh yeah, it's got Subaru Rally Team on the remote. Nice. Yeah, that's a pretty cool find.
Yeah.
I'd like to have. That'd be cool car to have, I think.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Oh.
Well, I think you can still get them through Subaru. Josh would have to answer that for sure. He looked them up the other day, and I think he said that there is a blue one available. And they're
how much, Josh?
I want to say he said $139 retail is what they have to charge like a retail customer. So I don't know, if you guys have any connections at your local Subaru dealers or not.
That's really not a bad price for them.
No, I mean,
It's
I don't think so.
When I looked it up, the A949 is about $100 with the unlicensed body. So
$30 more for a licensed Subaru body.
yeah,
Reasonable.
and it comes with a battery and a charger, which I mean I know most people wouldn't really keep it, with that setup. They'd probably go brushless or something else. But it was actually a lipo battery in there.
Heck, even still, $130 for a brush system.
Yeah, that's
in a licensed body. I mean,
you can't go wrong there.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I don't necessarily have a contact with Subaru, but I do have a buddy of mine who's into Subarus, and he's some kind of ambassador or something. So I might have to ask him if he can get his hands on one, maybe. That was pretty cool. When you sent that to me earlier, I was like, that's cool looking car right there.
Yeah, he kept telling me about this Subaru car he's had for a few years, and I was thinking, it's probably like a Tyco or something else. And he brought it over the other day, and I was like, man, this looks real familiar. And I put it on some of the Facebook groups, and somebody was like, yeah, it's an A949 WL Toys. And I started looking into it, and sure enough, it's that's what it is.
RC Voodoo would know a lot about that. He gets a lot of that stuff, and Brent from Adventure Time.
I was thinking Brent, absolutely.
Yeah, they both deal with those guys quite a bit.
Yeah, that's right up Brent's alley.
Oh yeah. Did you guys see that little video of that explosion-proof military truck that RC Voodoo put up today?
Have not. I haven't watched a lot of YouTube this week, unfortunately, because I've had a lot going on.
Yeah, I was just scrolling through Facebook and came across his post for the group, and I'll tell you what, it's a really nice looking truck. A lot of scale detail, all the doors open. It's got a working winch on it. It's a turret on top that actually moves.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty scale.
Sweet. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, they show it rolling across the beach, and they put like some M80s underneath the sand, and as it's going across, it's blowing up underneath it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Lifting it up off the ground.
That's awesome. I did see the other day, I done forgot his name, but Big Squid's DeLorean.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the video of it, like he was driving it around just for like a few minutes or whatever. Oh man, I can't wait to see that at USTE. That thing looks amazing.
Yeah, Jeremy, I was on their stream last night watching, and he said that they were driving it around in the garage only for a couple minutes. He only had a little bit of room.
Yeah. That thing looks so nice.
I mean, he reaches inside during the build. He's pushing on the brake pedal. The brake lights work. When you open up the doors, it's got the lights underneath the doors. It's all metal. He said it's a really detailed model that they put together, and that is really cool.
It is very cool. Kevin's saying those 18th scale rigs are really becoming eye catchers.
Yeah, that's especially the new metal ones now. They're really getting to be popular.
Yeah,
I've been seeing a lot of guys doing those. A lot of guys are trying to actually mimic them now. They're using wood and foil to build a mold out of them. There was a guy that about a year or so ago had done one all out of aluminum. Just used aluminum sheeting and formed a whole body. It was like an early 60s, late 50s Ford pickup.
Okay.
And it had all the dents in it, and the doors open, the hood open. It was really cool.
Nice.
But I'd be afraid to drive something like that. All that time that you get into it. And
yeah, I agree. I'm hard on my stuff.
I try not to be.
I can't help it. It just comes naturally, unfortunately.
Well, heck, rock crawling, you just hit something the wrong way, and you're going to roll it anyway. So
exactly.
Right.
Yep.
That's why I see a a lot of these guys running the hard bodies in comps, and I was like, nah, I'll just do a Lexan body.
I had the one hard body. It was TF2 body, and I bought it already done. Basically, I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be great. Took it out once or twice, and like I said, just not even doing anything serious, and just scraped against a rock, and like puts a scrape on the side. And I'm like, man, at least with Lexan, like I could get 10 or 15 hits before I start really noticing a difference. So, I mean, they look great. Don't get me wrong. Like some of the stuff that some of these guys are doing with these hard bodies is awesome, but I don't know. I might do one and have a nice one that just sits on the shelf. But
I did a build for our hobby shop down in Southern Ohio last year before, with the Cross RC trunk, one of their C versions, hard bodies. And they sold it to a guy in New Mexico. He ended up having it for about 4 months. And he put a battery in it, ran it in the house twice, and sold it. Well, the guy that bought it just so happens to live in Texas. And he posted it up on one of the Cross RC sites, and I see today that he's looking at selling it now. And he's never ran it. I'm like, man, I'd take it back in a heartbeat.
I can't believe it's not been ran. So, Jack, Brandon wants to know what you bring back to show us.
Yeah, I think he's gonna. Just give me one tick here.
All right, RC Voodoo, welcome.
What's up, Daniel?
You doing, Daniel?
His ears burnt, did it? His ears burnt. How you going, Dan? Good to see you. Long time. Yeah, sorry. This is the one Dennis was talking about. This is my 1980 VC Commodore.
Oh man!
Now the wheels that you see on here are not the stock wheels that came with the car.
Mm-hmm.
These are off my effigy, which is my concepts car, which I posted somewhere on Facebook. I can't remember. And
I like that.
It's got all the sponsors. The only thing that they took off was the sorry, orientation here. Was the cigarette sponsor, which is Marlboro.
Mm-hmm.
So they couldn't put that on. But that's the and Brock's always driven 05. That's his number. I can't remember how many Bathurst he won with this, but I think it might have been 2. I can't remember. But
that's a good looking car.
Oh yeah, these are collectibles now. Can't get them anymore.
That's sharp.
Yeah, I think like Kevin just said in the chat, I think those wheels belong. Like they look right in my opinion.
Yeah, that's the reason why I put them when I did a road run recently with it. And I've got the S1 hooked up in it. So I was looking for some good touring car sounds. I found a couple, but some of those sounds are digital. But that's that body. I'm doing a tank here, show and tell, is it?
I like it.
What tank usually does is he just sits there when everyone's talking. He just sits there, puts up his RC, and waits his turn. Now this is not gonna fit properly because because of the wheelbase, but I've pushed the post over. Now this is my A9X.
Okay.
This is another Brock Baffert. This is a 1979 A9X Tirana.
It reminds me a little bit of
good old Blacksmith RC here. One of my longest friends on YouTube. Blacksmith. There's my old stickers. Anyone that see my old stickers? I used to have stickers once upon a time.
Okay.
Going back, I got these done. These stickers done in 2013, I think, or 14. I can't remember. That's when I used to do FPV videos. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's This is collectible as well, and they're awesome. These.
Oh, look, the RC Bastard Boy sticker.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought he gave me enough, and I had I think he's on about 3 or 4. He's not on. His stickers is not as much as what I've got. Tony from CCXRC though. Good old Xavier there at the back here. RCVHX, another long time friend of mine there.
Nice.
There's the old friends up the top, the speed guys there. These are the days where I used to get all the old stickers back in those days.
Now that car there,
Street Dreams on the front there. Another guy.
So that body,
P.
what would it represent? What would it be similar to in the U.S.? Does anybody know what that style?
I wouldn't know, but I know the LH Toronto, the GTR. People say that's like the Camino or something. My orange GTR X1.
It's got a little bit of the Chevy Chevette look on the front.
Exactly. I agree.
And like that, it looks like a early 70s Nova.
Okay, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I see the back end to me has got that Chevette look, hatch Chevette. I actually had one, so I know about the Chevette.
Yeah, a little bit of the profile. It's got like maybe the Monza look, like a Chevy Monza or a Vega.
Okay,
Right.
I was going to say maybe an older Malibu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are some cool cars. I like those, Jack.
Yeah. I've got I sold my SS Commodore, but what did he say? My sticker, I wanted. Unlike Tony, I did give back to my
His followers.
His stickers are rated my RCs. I tell you what, over the years, I got a collection of all these stickers, but he's on a few of my RCs. But I've got the GV series. I've got this, obviously the one you saw before, the VC Commodore. I've got the GTR XU1, which is the orange car, the Tirana, which people say it looks like the Camino. I think that's it.
Okay.
And I've got obviously the beast of all beasts, the Effigy, which is the Concepts car, the purpley coloured car, which was based off the I think it was a 1954 FJ Holden. That's what they based it on.
Now, these stock electronics on both of these two right here?
Well, this one here, I haven't really touched anything on this one. This is now GV is Great Vigor. Now, I don't know if you guys know that, like the GV cage.
I don't.
Well, that's Great Vigor, which is actually an Australian company. I found out. So it's actually an Australian company. But yeah, everything in here is stock. These ESCs are rubbish, by the way. These don't last very long. The motors are great though. Now back in the day when I had a whole heap of these, I pulled these motors out and I converted a couple to brushless, and I gave motors away, and they're fantastic. These motors. But yeah, look, it's still spick and span.
Oh, looks good.
I hardly run these things. Oh yeah, by the way, good old James Johnson back in the day gave me one of these NOS models.
Nice.
Yeah, James Johnson, who no longer is on YouTube. It's a great chassis. It's very solid. I did crash. I did a road run. I think it was with the VC Commodore, and sometimes I'll take the bumpers off to put other bodies on to fit the other bodies. And luckily, I put the bumper back on this day because I smashed into the gutter.
Oh!
I went bang. I thought it was car was coming from behind, and I looked away, and when I was turning, it just went straight into the gutter. So it saved me. There was no damage on the car, on the body.
That's nice.
Yeah. Oh, I straight away. That was the first thing I looked for, cracks or anything. There's a couple of blemishes there, but no, they're pretty good chassis. But you can't get them anymore. That's the sad thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, yeah, you can't.
I like it.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know, put a you can leave them stock, put a 2S in them, and they go pretty good. You know?
Yeah, thanks for sharing those. I think those are pretty cool.
No worries at all. No, I don't. You know,
Welcome,
I like,
Gabe.
I like sharing these old cars, mate.
Yeah.
Hello, good evening.
How's it going,
Howdy,
sir?
Hey, Gabe.
Thanks for that. Thanks for the.
How's everyone doing?
Doing good, thank you.
How's that
Hanging in.
What bedspread you got there?
It's
You know,
Same
Jackson
one as
comment
usual.
on it. You know that, right?
Well, we don't get to see it. Oh, we only get to see a bedspread on ourselves. What I see, what I need, man. What's that I see?
this is RC from Toy Story.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was looking at my stats today, and this is by far the vehicle that has gotten the most views.
What?
You know, from my entire
Joking.
I'm serious. Yeah,
You got what,
check it out.
70
It's got
something
like
RCs, and that's the one.
Oh, you have your
this is
channel-
the this is the one that has like all these views. What's that?
You don't have your channel set for kids only, do you?
I had a good
Funny,
laugh,
man.
man. I have a little bit of everything, right? And I'm like, so which one's the most viewed? This thing pops up. Like, you're serious? Okay. All right,
Funny.
so might as well
That's
just
funny.
showcase it for tonight.
Right?
So
Very nice.
there you go.
Very nice.
That was funny.
see, Kevin says he wishes he had one of those Holden 1-to-1 off-road vans.
Which one, Kevin? Which Holden though?
I'm not that familiar with them.
Yeah.
Holden vans. Right.
I have to do a quick search to see what I can come up with.
I wonder if he's talking about the old Sandmans.
You said
Did
Did you
Ford.
guys read no, is it Kevin Gibbs's comment?
Brad
He
watches
says
it
that
every
Brett
night.
watches it every night.
Nice.
I was saying
Probably.
one of those Holden
Probably.
off-road vans.
And welcome KBRC13.
Hey, Beanfield, how you doing?
Beanfield. Hey, Beanfield, good evening.
Let's see.
I won't
here.
be staying up long, so I'll give someone else. So I'll step down and give someone else a go.
So, John, you got any comps before USTE coming up?
Well, technically, there's a comp tomorrow at Exo Cage RC's backyard course, but I'm not going to make it. I've been moving, and I just got too much stuff to still do. So I'd like to go, but not going to happen. So no, there's no comps outside of that before USTE. There's one the following weekend. Our Winter Series finale is the following weekend.
Yeah, I seen the changes that Joe made to that bridge.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks pretty challenging. I wouldn't mind going over there when I'm down in Atlanta. Wouldn't mind taking a ride over and hanging out and running the course.
Yeah, I haven't been to Joe's and ran on his new stuff, all the new stuff he's done. I haven't made it over.
Yeah.
I'd like to try out some of his new stuff that he's got.
Yeah, I'm just getting the itch to get my stuff outside. And right now it's in the low teens. It's going to be like that all next week too.
Better you than me.
Yeah, you suck.
Sorry. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been straight up cold here. I mean, we've been down in the 30s here in North Florida. I mean, it's straight up cold. I'm sorry. I know it's not 19, but dang, 34 in Florida, that's cold.
Yeah, Terry Kibler posted the forecast for tonight. They were supposed to be getting some snow in the low 30s, mid 20s maybe. It's a shit I'm wrecked.
Shoot, we're struggling with the wind to get above zero.
Yeah, we had that yesterday. You guys just don't like we got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had power out yesterday.
We're here in West Texas. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Dennis.
Yeah, I keep hearing all these guys that it's really warm out, and I see all these guys that are outside crawling in shorts and just stab me in the eye.
I understand.
Hey, you want some salt to clean that wound? little iodine.
Here, I got some rubbing alcohol you can pour in there.
Oh, there we go. Feel the burn.
Yeah, my wife and I
was gonna say that here in West Texas. Go ahead, John.
Go ahead. No, I'm done.
Yeah, I was gonna say here in West Texas. So wind season is right around the corner, and actually, I think we got it yesterday. So here we get about 50-mile-an-hour winds. You know, it gets crazy, and then it gets cold, and it gets hot, and then cold, and then hot. Yeah, crazy weather, man.
Yeah, but what's your cold?
You know,
60, 40?
Our cold can go as low as 30. You know, even at night, it goes down to below freezing, honestly. You know, They say the desert, you know, it gets super, super cold or super, super hot. You know, that's technically what we see. You know?
I've got a buddy that
but not as crazy as up north, you know, I know.
Yeah, a buddy of mine moved to Phoenix a few years back, and he'd go out for a ride on his bike. He'd ride through the desert, and 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, he's at 40 degrees, freezing his butt off riding his motorcycle. So there's no way.
So we have a question for all of us on the panel from Kevin Gibbs. He'd like to know what's one RC you bought but were very disappointed with. So Brian, we'll start with you.
The Traxxas / 16th scale.
Wow.
It was
Really?
Wow. Man, I don't know if it's the tires and that you can't really get
How come?
a better tire, but there's not a market for it. And the way that it handles, it's got the short arms and kind of a high center of gravity, and it would constantly roll. If you changed it over to the Rally, it kind of did the same thing, but it was a little bit more manageable. And I ended up changing mine all the way over just to a mini Revo with the long arms or actually Summit arms, which I think are a little longer. And, the Revo, just like a Revo setup, and it's been 10 times more fun than it was as a Slash. In the 16th scale, not the full size one.
Understood. Jack, what about you?
Oh, I can't really think of. I've had some dud RCs over the years, but I can't really think. I can't really. I mean, I could say the WPL stuff, but that's more. You've got to modify those to make them RC grade. But I can't really think of something that I've got. Maybe probably does it have to be ground? Can it be air?
I said RC, right? I mean,
yeah, so it could be. Yeah, that's what Kevin just put. Yeah. I think some of guys probably a couple of wing planes that I bought a few years ago that were absolute rubbish. There was a whole talk about them and all that sort of stuff, and they were just absolute garbage to get the CG right on them, which was quite disappointing. And they were pretty big wingspan, but yeah, they were absolute rubbish to get them right.
All right.
I'd say planes wise.
Gabe, what about you?
Well, I have it handy.
Oh.
I know, right? I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm just here, It's actually that.
This is not changing the bedspread. It's not changing the bedspread. It's just changing RCs.
Yeah.
What's that?
So that's it. That's the Dromeda DT 418.
Oh, Andromeda.
So
Yeah.
this thing right out of the box, yes. Right, this thing right out of the box. I did upgrade it, and right now I think this company. I'm not sure if they actually did go under. I really don't know much. What's happening to this company, but I'll tell you this. Okay, it is very disappointing for a company that can give you an upgraded part. Okay,
Hmm.
that actually fails even more than a stock part. And Andromeda
What?
was, yeah, it was highly disappointing of just, yeah. I mean, their spur gears, all of their aluminum stuff, it's garbage. Okay, so yeah,
Well,
here it is. I mean,
they're
this
funny
thing almost.
Sorry, but they're a funny company
What's that?
because 5 years ago, they're kind of a funny company because 5 years ago, they also doubled in the drones,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken. And they were pretty disappointing too.
Dennis,
Sorry.
you got
Yeah.
one?
The only one that I can say that I'm really disappointed in is my Komodo, which, you get it and you think it's going to be a really nice crawler or trail truck until you go to take things apart and it's all Phillips screws. They had no hex screws on it. I think it's really geared the wrong direction for what they were going for.
We don't want Sean in here, mate.
You,
They don't want Sean in here.
if you put a 2S in it, it has no wheel
Right.
They
speed.
don't want him in here, mate.
If you put a 3S in it, it doesn't want to crawl right.
Oh,
Well, and that's all stock, but and then the hexes are plastic. It's at the time it was G-made specific wheels only. I got another set of aftermarkets on it, but I don't know. I've ran it a couple times. I just keep it around just in case somebody wants to go out and run with me. I could just hand them the remote and not care if something happens to it.
Gotcha.
there you go.
Wow.
Read what Daniel says in the chat.
Do I want to?
No, you're gonna have to.
No, I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's what I say. You're lucky
Cabin.
Sean's not up here. If Sean was up here, could be on for
No,
all
I've got the original. I've got one of the original Komodos, their first run, and that's why for $317, you think you're getting a really good truck with all good hardware, and everything is Phillips screws.
Yeah, that sucks.
And if you don't have a small enough Phillips driver, it's a real pain in the neck. But I know I can get all the the hardware kit for it, but like I said, I'd just let somebody else run it if they want to run it. Fine. If not, it'll sit there, collect dust, or I'll sell it to Daniel.
He won't buy it, maybe because it's got Phillips screws on it.
Now I know him and Sean like the Komodos. They are nice trucks. It's just this one, the first run of them, I didn't care for.
You ran the double cab at your poker run and made every gate and got extra card every time.
Oh yeah, that truck was it was basically a beast through that whole course.
Was it?
Oh yeah, it was out crawling a lot of people. The Gen 8s, the Axials, even the Traxxas trucks. It was going wherever they didn't make.
Well, there you go.
I was at the last part of the course, and guys were struggling with Capras up it, and he went right up.
No. There you go.
JM, you got a RC you were disappointed in?
Well, I'm going to have to agree with Gabe on this. I got a Latrex tent, and just basically to have the dog chase around in the yard, but it was too slow, so I went and upgraded and put a brushless system in it. It happened to be Dromadon, and believe it or not, the system actually burned the wires that you plug the battery into it, melted them.
Wow.
And it was
wow.
it was an actual, I don't know, 1200 milliamp 2S battery that was supposed to go with the motor in ESC.
Wow.
I was like, really?
Yeah. That's drove
Well,
to the main.
I've got a question for you guys. What was the one RC that you guys have gotten that you were most surprised by? Like you weren't expecting it to be as good as it was?
Why do you
I
guys?
have it handy too.
I'll start. I'll start with that one, and I'll also answer the last one too. So for me, the most disappointing was my SCX 24.
Really?
I wish I'd have never bought that rig.
Really?
Yep. And
Which one did you buy?
I got the C10, which is a beautiful truck. The truck is beautiful. But let me. No, it's not. I think it's just from the scale purpose. It's just too small, in my personal opinion. Like the scale is just too small. It's makes it very, in my opinion, uncapable and not fun for me personally. So, but the rig that I bought that surprised me the most, I'm sort of torn, and that would be I'm torn between my TRX 4 Blazer. I wasn't intending to get one. I want it. I knew I'd heard that they were good, but and it's been very durable. But also that team associated was it CR12 or whatever it is I had on here a couple weeks ago. That thing actually really impressed me. Like for what it is, it's nothing special to it, but actually pretty decent. So.
Look what Kevin says.
I agree with you, Kevin. I agree.
That's
I
funny,
100%
man.
agree.
That's funny, man. Seriously, come on.
I totally agree.
That's hilarious.
Totally. And totally agree.
Kevin.
And I wanted to answer
Funny bloke, Kevin.
I wanted to answer Brandon's question about he was asking about Exocage in person. I know Brian sort of answered it in the chat, and I will say I think he's awesome. First time I met him, went to a comp, never met the guy. I didn't even know he was into RCs or had a YouTube channel when I went to the comp. And, he was talked to me, very welcoming. And when I started doing my YouTube channel and he found out, like he's reached out and like giving me advice. And, if I see him at a comp, he's like, hey, how's the channel going? This, that, the other. I mean, he's actually passed on some small connections to me here and there. So I think he's a nice guy, especially for his channel's fairly large size, and everything. I think he's a nice guy. So I wouldn't, if you ever run into him, run up and talk to him. So.
Yeah, he just posted today that he's close to 1,000 subs already.
No,
100,000?
No. He should be close to 30,000. I think is where he's trying to get to is 30,000.
Yeah, it was something about getting the
that 100,000.
Yeah.
Well, because he's only near 30, but he saw that, and I think that was more of a joke. But I know what you're talking about now.
The one time that I met him, it's the Stone Mountain Crawl that him and the Kibblers put on. You could go up to him and ask him a question. He, like you say, he's real welcoming. If you act like you know more than him, I'm sure that he would probably put you in your place. But if you ask him like for knowledge, he'll give it to you. No hesitation.
Agree. Completely agree. So, Jack, what was a vehicle that that RC that you purchased that like blew you away, so to speak, from Brian's question, that surprised you?
Oh, jeez, mate. I've been around a long time here. I mean, it's a tough question.
Take your time.
Really.
Take your time.
Yeah, it's a tough one because, look, I'll always swear by my SCX10. I mean, it's not a surprise or, that thing was built for me, but I've never had a problem with it. But for an RC probably the TRX6. Because I watched a lot of videos on them, I thought, because they roll easy. That's the problem with these things. They just roll it so easily. But for the quality and the build and everything on these trucks, I couldn't believe it when I took it out of that box. Yeah, I'd have to say that's probably up there. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, but for the money, I wouldn't buy it. There's no way I'd spend $400 on an RC. I'm not going to spend $200 on an RC if I bought one these days, and I don't buy anymore.
Understood.
I mean, I could buy that little toy thing on that bedspread though. I think it's the eyes that get me on that.
Hey, well, this is
right.
mostly
Those eyes.
Those eyes, mate. That's the killer.
So, Gabe, what's your answer to that question? The RC that surprised you.
So, I know. Yeah. So, look, I know Jack can help me up with this.
Say the Kyosho.
So, which one do you think it is, Jack?
The purple one, mate. Come on.
No, it's not a Kyosho. No. Come on.
It's not.
No. No. It's red. It's got banners.
Oh yeah. The
And it's handy.
I mean, I'm spewing. I never bought.
Yeah.
I'm spewing. I never bought one. I'll tell you. I had a chance to buy one back in the day. I had a chance to buy one, but I never pulled the trigger on it. I'm an idiot. Yep.
So this was the vehicle that I just enjoyed.
That's the one that did the tour. The tour thing.
Yep.
Yes, that's correct. This one actually went all over the country, other YouTube channels.
Yeah,
and stuff.
That had a lot of surgery on the way, I believe.
So it did have repairs here and there, but it had a bit of surgery in one piece right now. So, but yeah, the main reason why is because when this thing came out, I'm not gonna say it wasn't cheap. Yeah, it was. The price was up there. And I wasn't expecting much. I wasn't expecting a vehicle that was gonna, run. How well this thing runs. This thing, you slap a 3S on there, and this is a two-wheel drive vehicle. Okay, on a 3S, you would think that the rear, just would be all over the place. No, this thing is a bullet. This thing it's a straight arrow. Wherever you want it to go, it will go. So with that being said, I mean, I had a lot of fun, with this platform. And to even show you, I own 3 of these. Okay, this is 1 out of 3. Okay, so like that even says, what this vehicle says, of itself.
Nice.
So.
Yeah.
But Derek, let me see.
Like I said, if I had my time again, mate, I would have snapped it up.
So, Jack, Brandon said that you'd be stealing views from that boy if you got that.
Yeah.
RC.
Nah, mate, look, I tell you, he can keep that toy grade thing, whatever he's got there on his bedspread. If I put something like that on my channel, I'll be too embarrassed, mate.
Dennis, so what's the RC that surprised you?
Probably my first.
Look, and the reason why I use my bedspread.
Go ahead, Gabe.
Go ahead.
Actually, Gabe, I've never asked you. Why don't you show yourself on camera? You just want to be private, or is that what? Gabs,
Huh?
where's he going? Where's he going?
You know,
Gabriel,
Yep.
why don't you want to show yourself?
I'm here.
on camera?
I'm here.
Is
What
it,
happened?
is it a privacy thing? You can't hear me.
you heard me. He's ignoring you.
Hello?
Oh, is it?
Hello?
Oh, okay. Is it? That's just a question.
Are you
That's
there?
all.
Yeah, we
Right, all
can
right.
hear us.
Yeah, is he avoiding me? Is he?
It'd
No,
probably
no,
be
no,
the
no, no. I think I'm
There he is.
having. Really?
He's having
We hear you now. We hear
he's
you.
having
What was
he's
the
having
question again?
privacy issues. What don't you show yourself on camera? Is it a privacy thing? Is it?
Oh man.
Come on, Gabs. Don't tell me you can't hear me, bro. Anyway, forget about it. Don't worry
Jack,
about
you're
it.
well on my end. You're
You heard
cutting
that?
off like
You
big
heard the
time.
last part. You heard the last part. Is it a
Jack, asking
so it's
you
a
how you
privacy
don't show yourself on camera.
Yeah. Is it a privacy thing? Is it? No, I
He
think
must
he's
be
a-
having. He must be
he's-
having.
Yeah, I can hear.
What are you doing, Gibbs? What are you doing, mate? Stop playing with it. What are you doing? He's
I
playing with. He's
I
playing
think I'm
with that
losing-
toy grade
I don't
car,
know.
mate.
Hold on.
Come on, Gibbs.
Well,
I heard that. No. I'll leave the glamis there.
You're leaving the glamis there because he's playing with the other one in the
There, can you
background.
guys hear me now?
We can hear you.
Yeah. So, what my question again is? I said
No,
on the
it's right
tape
here.
before, but you hear me now? I still can't hear
Okay.
me, this bloke. Who are you talking to?
Yeah, I hear you.
The question was, is it a privacy thing that you don't show yourself on camera?
Well,
It's a privacy thing, right?
I always viewed it like this. Okay, this is big. Okay, for me to expose my face, I don't know. I just feel. I guess I don't feel confident enough,
Why?
to show my face in public.
Look at this ugly mug.
Look at all of our ugly mugs up
Look
here.
at this ugly mug, mate. We all got glasses too. I just noticed. Everyone in the panel's wearing glasses.
And,
That's funny.
no, I mean,
Everyone
look,
here's
and
wearing
as it
glasses
is,
except
I-
the bedspread.
yeah, I know. And look, and I know later down the line,
What is it? It's
you know,
a
most
self-conscious
likely-
thing. Is that what you're saying, Gabs? It's a self-conscious thing. You're just not confident.
not a soft conscience. It's just no. It's just it. To me, I prefer just to showcase an RC. Just to see a guy just talking left and right. I mean, I would just rather just showcase an RC. Honestly, that's the way I see it. Okay, I don't mind to showcase my face. I mean, I can actually do it right now if you guys want to see me. I'm gonna look tired as hell.
No, I'm not kind of having a go or anything, but it'd be good if because you've been on here a long time now, and when you do the streams and stuff, it'd be good instead of
You guys
seeing
wanna see
that
me?
bedspread
Here you
all the time. What? You're kidding me, right?
So
Hey!
he is.
Hey, I
Hey.
won. I won.
How's it going? Look, I'm tired.
I won.
I'm tired.
Now I will say this
I
though.
don't
I
want
don't know
you
why
to
you
see my
don't do it.
tired ass face, man.
I
Yeah, just
don't
look
know
at the
why you
RC,
don't
enjoy
do
the
it.
view.
What is wrong with that? I can't see anything wrong with it.
No, I agree there isn't, but I will say at this point the
Actually, hang on, Gabs. Now that I did see it, keep the bedspread going, mate. No, I'm only joking, bro.
And see, and like I said,
It's
look,
good to
I
see
just rather
it.
just
Good
showcase
to
an
finally see
RC.
him, Gabs.
I know, but again, I just
Good to finally see him, mate. It's
hey,
a bit like XDO.
Thank you.
Just the hand,
and again,
just the hand.
I just Yeah, and see, I just rather showcase an RC than look. I had a long day, man. I started my day at 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and mostly every time that I'm here, talking to you guys, most likely I've had a long day. Even if I look at myself, I'm just I'm tired as hell, man.
But
So
yeah,
again, so you guys don't see my
yeah, but
tiredness.
I
I would just
can't
rather
see
showcase an
why.
RC.
Mate, sometimes it gets a bit boring looking at a bedspread. You know what I mean? I mean, you could showcase an RC by
I
holding
know.
it, like I did. Not
No,
put it on a
because I'll
bedspread.
fall asleep on top of it, man.
Oh, man.
So
Look,
I will say
I'll
this
fall
though about
asleep
the
on top of
bedspread.
it, man.
He's done it for so long now though. Like the bedspread's almost like
it's his trademark.
yes, it's the best way to put it. There you go, Jack.
Yeah.
It's trademark.
But,
So
yeah, but,
in a
but
way,
yeah,
it would
sometimes
be.
you like to meet someone, you don't have to see their face. You know what I mean? You don't know who we're
agree with
talking
you
to
there.
here. We don't know who we're talking to.
I understand with you there.
After all these, see, look at that. Look, Brandon. After all these years, nice to meet you again. See what I mean? See what I did? See, I brought you out.
Yeah.
He's out of the closet.
Out of the closet, yeah. It's good, man. Good on you.
Nothing like peer pressure and Jack being a bully about it.
But I mean,
Just messing with you.
Hey. Don't you start, man.
no.
Don't
I mean,
you start,
look,
man.
in a way, look, in
The biggest
a
bully I
way,
know is
I mean, I
Tank.
know all of you gentlemen are exposing your face.
Like
all you gentlemen are exposing your faces.
That guy there, I know he's in the chat. I know he's watching, but I'm going to say it right now. That guy can't run a brothel. Could have managed a brewery, mate.
Dennis,
You
I have to give him a dig in after last week, after the other day. He's sitting there like a freaking stunned mullet, mate. I thought, stuff this, I'm gone. I had enough. Can't get a word in, mate. 3 people talking in the panel. All the whole panel. Trying to get a word in. I was thinking, what's this shit? Tamaya. I'm out of here. Then we talk about freaking gay men. I'm out of here for
Jack.
sure. How you going, bud?
Dennis.
Good on you, mate. Good on. I got you out, mate. I got you out.
Just like Gabe.
Everyone in the chat.
I'm gonna fall asleep, man.
Welcome to the Jack Show.
Jack's like Gabe.
This is
all
what you
your
want to
friends
see.
are
Okay,
doing
fine.
I was reading something Daniel said earlier on, though. What you call a Mexican midget, a paragraph is half an essay.
I gotta go back and find that. He's having to say,
See, look, Kevin, look at that. Kevin Gibbs, nice to meet you, Kevin. See what I've done to you. See, look what I've done. Everyone's greeting you. They've never seen you before.
Nice to meet everybody.
What's the old saying? Talk to the hands.
This is my tired.
You're not tired now. You're just saying that.
But
Actually, Jay,
No,
mate,
I'm
can
tired,
you
man.
make us widescreen? He looks too small there. Can you make us widescreen? Yeah, there you go. Now he looks like Milton the Monster. His head's cut off.
So Dennis, it's back to you on the RC that surprised you.
Good on you, Gabs.
What was the question again?
RC that surprised you.
That's funny, man. What's the question again?
Probably the first cross RC kit that I built, my SG4C. With it being the shortest wheelbase out of all of them, you don't really expect it to do much. With it being
I have no idea what that is. What is it? I have no idea what it is. I have no idea what it is. What was it again, Dennis?
He's going to show it.
He's going to go get it.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. What he said. Oh, looks like a honcho.
Oh, cool.
And what model is that again, Dennis?
The Cross RC. It's their SG4C Demon.
Okay.
And it's hang on, what was the question again? Surprised by it or?
Yes, the one that surprised you.
Right.
So that guy's really good, yeah?
With this being a short wheelbase, a hard body, and all of your weight being all forward, you would think that it would want to always nose over.
Oh.
And this has actually outcrawled a lot of Traxxas trucks, a lot of Axial. It actually outcrawled a Vanquish in PA one day. And this truck is really surprising for having all metal axles, transfer case, all that. I mean, it's a heavy truck. First hard body I ever drove, and I could drive that like I do a Lexan body, and I can point it and it goes.
Wow.
I mean, it's
Pretty cool.
It's really surprising how well that truck does.
Wow. What's the wheelbase on that? That looks pretty short, that wheelbase, huh?
Do a Fern and wear a Ray Mistrio mask.
Yeah.
No.
Nah, he doesn't have
No.
to wear a mask, man.
It
Not
is
gonna happen.
Never worked that one out, that mask.
axle to axle.
What is it?
11.5 inches axle to axle.
11.5. Oh.
Yeah, that's an inch shorter than standard.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's 12. What is it? 12.3, isn't it?
12.3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I said, it's an amazing truck.
Nice. So, JM, what's it for you?
I was actually going to say, even though it's a two-wheel drive, the Stampedes, what you can do with them as far as versatility is just absolutely blowing my mind.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah,
I agree.
for sure.
And Brian, you didn't answer the question, you asked it. So, what's that for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Gen 8.
Gen 8.
I sort of
I mean,
thought so.
for me, I've owned probably over 15 years, probably 50 cars, and that was the first brand new one I actually bought. And if somebody would have told me 10 years ago that, hey, you're going to love a Red Cat and it's going to be your first brand new one, I'd been like, yeah, y'all are crazy. There's no way. And I have not been disappointed. I mean, I know it's not the most scale. I know it's not the most competitive, but for me, for what I do, it's, I mean, I don't have not one complaint about it.
Very nice. And RC Voodoo said he wears a toupee so people don't confuse him for Jack.
They'll never confuse me for you, mate. Don't worry about that, mate. Don't worry about that. If you ever need any hair, just ask Jim. She'll give you some, mate. Don't worry about that. She's got plenty. It goes to the ground. I'll be back in a minute. Good to see you, Gabs. You see?
Hey, good to see you.
You see, mate? You see what it doesn't take that long. It doesn't take that hard to do, is it? Hey, Gabs?
I don't like it.
Hank says his TF2 is his favorite.
I'd rather just showcase my beer, man. You know?
Tank, we're worried about Tank, whatever Tank says. We're worried about what he says.
Tank.
Where's Tiny? Is Tiny here? Kipler needs to move to call with those lovely.
So, he's asking about the two-wheel drive. I'm assuming he's talking about the Stampede, I believe. That is really pushing and takes wide turns.
Wheels pushing, just really takes a really well. It's a big truck, though.
Camber in.
Yeah.
That's your endpoint on the steering.
The top and tires come in more, you get a better turn out of it.
That's the end point, is it?
No.
And also the throttle, how you throttle it when you're turning.
Tank's gone. Tank's gone in front of the panel.
Yeah. So there's plenty of things you can do with the if it's like I said, the Slash and the Stampede, or you can, like I said, the camber, you can gear it down, change diff fluid in the rear end. There's plenty of different little things you can do to it.
Yep. They are very. I can tell you, my dad has one. It's been on my channel, I think, once or twice, where I did some work on it last year because it had sat for many years, and my buddy had it before him. I bought it from my buddy for my dad, and I mean, just beat the tar out of those things. Like,
Oh yeah,
they take a beating. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do camber, toe. You could even lower your suspension so all your A arms are straight across.
yeah, limiters inside the shocks.
Yeah, change your front oil in the shocks to a lighter weight oil. Let the front end plant down a little bit better.
They used to sell an extended chassis for the Stampede, didn't they? Or do they still do it?
I don't know about that.
Don't know.
I think they discontinued that. I'm not quite sure. It's been a while since I've seen them.
Well, it said if you get the extended chassis, then you're probably going to get a different body too to even fit on it.
Yeah, I think you go from a Stampede to a Rustler body.
Or is it it might be a Slash, because I think the Slash is the longer chassis.
The Slash is longer than the Rustler, but I'm not sure about the Stampede.
Yeah, I think the Stampede was a little shorter than the Rustler.
Yeah.
RC Voodoo, I've never owned a Slash. There, I said it.
You're missing out.
And Brandon says tune your front shocks. I'm pretty sure he's talking about the turning of the Stampede.
Yeah.
But for the ones that weren't on earlier, I'm going to share another photo. So I got a 3D printer that a buddy gave me. Just got it yesterday. So this was something I was printing earlier. And I'm curious if anybody can guess what they think it might be.
Can you zoom in on that a little bit?
Let's see if it will let me zoom in anymore. Let's see. That's about, I think, all I can get right there. Let's see what. Oop. I just might have gave it away.
Oh. A chair.
Yeah.
We're playing musical chairs.
Can you do that one more time?
But I'm going to save the table. Just
So
for the
I already
hell of it,
gave
I'll
it
save
away.
the table.
I already gave it away, so. Actually, Tank should recognize this, and I know he's in the chat. He should recognize this because he's the reason I got the idea to print this.
Oh, that's a cool scale item.
Yeah, he posted yesterday, I think it was. Yes, right there. Bernie chair. He was looking for somebody to print, and I just got the printer yesterday, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to see if I can do this. And RC Voodoo, because I don't know what I'm doing, that's why. I just got this yesterday. I'm learning, so playing around. That's why. So.
I don't even know how to answer that either.
Oh, mine would just look like a big ball of plastic if I did that.
Yeah, so I here I'll show after I cut the supports off and everything, or in the process, I ended up breaking the legs off, or the front legs off. So you know, that's it done, but broken. So I'll be printing another one. But it's, I mean, I can't complain. My buddy gave it to me, so you know, I'm experimenting and having fun. So I'll be seeing what other scale stuff I can print. I do plan to print Bernie himself as well. And you're the second person to tell me that on the the CA glue the legs back on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was Jack afraid to show himself on camera now?
Am I on?
You're on KBRC.
Yeah, I guess.
Been in
Yeah.
standby.
Yeah, I think JM fell out.
Yeah.
Oh, so Tank said some guy
Hey, Big
printed
Joe,
the
good
file,
evening.
but Bernie did not turn out nice. I'll let you know how my Bernie turns out. I'll print
You
tonight.
got Basher Boy.
If he's
That's
on.
Basher Boy,
Yeah.
mate.
Hey,
Basher Boy. That's Basher Boy.
peer pressure made me do it. How's it going?
Yeah.
No pressure, no pressure.
And my very first print. This was my very first print, test print. Your little box with the letters in it. So this was my first print actually today that I did, just to make sure everything was working right. So,
Cool.
oh, what the heck just happened there?
So,
Oh, that was like,
so
Yeah.
yep, calibration cube. There you go. So I got lucky that my buddy did all the work on this, and it's basically settings are all set up. He just handed it to me. He got a new one.
yeah.
Oh, but so yeah, it's most of the bugs are worked out. I just got to figure out how to use editing software and create my own stuff, basically.
There's a free software you can use. I don't know. I gave one to Dan a couple of years ago. That's a pretty good one if you want to use it. It's called I don't know if Dan still uses his, but it's called OpenShot. It's pretty simple.
Okay. Right now, I'm using Flash Print. That's what my buddy recommended to me for a free one.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm using that currently. He uses one that he paid for. He didn't tell me the name, so I'll probably end up going to that eventually once I get a little bit more comfortable with this.
Yeah, I've always used Sony Vegas, mate. I started using Sony Vegas, I think it was 2010. I started using it.
Yeah. So my wife's Stampede, it takes so long to turn. I mean, she'll have it turned all the way, and it'll just keep going straight.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like
What kind of servo horn you have?
It's just a stock one. She hasn't put anything upgrades in it but the caps on the top of the shocks because they kept on popping off.
so. It sounds like I know they make different stiffness springs for those. Some shock tuning, spring tuning, and then throttle control and turning. I think that's going to be your.
Yeah, she has no throttle control. It's go or no. That's it.
There you go. I think those things will probably be the biggest help. So maybe some different stiffness springs. Play with the shock oil. Maybe try to add a little camber, and learn to use the throttle when you
Learn to use the throttle. Yeah, I tell her to baby it around, but she just hammers it.
I've always for 2-wheel drives, and having that, like I just found you get off the throttle, and once you get it to start to turn and start easing back into it.
So you full lock it and you go straight.
Yeah, it just pushes, I guess, and the steering wheel turns, and it just, It does turn, but it just takes a long time.
It just pushes the front wheels across the ground.
Right.
Hmm.
Just pushes the front wheels across.
The front's light, and I don't know if it's stock. You've got those stock tires on there that.
Yeah, she's got two. She bought some big back tires too. So
See you later, Dan. Good to see you, mate.
See, Voodoo.
Thanks, RC Voodoo. Have a good one.
Yeah, mate.
JM saying check the servo horn that it might be broken.
See that, Gads? See, they all
All
say nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Gads. See?
And look, this will be the last time you'll see me. I
Man. Hey, listen.
he looks
I got
tired,
you,
man.
I got you out of there, and don't go back to that bedspread, all right? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Listen, you just been initiated.
We need to send him some toothpicks to keep his
I
eyes
know,
open.
right?
He always says he's tired. That's why he films his bedspread. They can hit the bed after he's finished.
Yeah.
Jack was at kind of school that your parents told you to stay away from.
Beanfield's in front of the camera, but the camera ain't working, so that's my problem.
Still ain't got the camera thing figured out, huh?
Nah, it's old. I have to get a new one.
Gotcha.
Hey,
Like
go
I
to
said,
your
just use
go
your
to your
phone,
local
mate.
parts store and see if you can get some sticky weights for some tires. You know, for wheels,
Yeah.
and maybe put an ounce of sticky weights underneath the body up at the front, right
In the
behind
front?
the shock tower. Yeah, right behind the shock tower. It'll give it a little bit more downforce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Taylor Louise said. Just put a bit of weight.
I was thinking like maybe Shugo and a couple of washes in there or something.
Well, Tank's got a stampede. He can tell you. He's in the chat. He's got a stampede.
I got a stampede.
You got a
I got one.
stampede. Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to get it
What
a four-wheel drive when it comes back out.
What
Can't
what
find
haven't you
one
got,
now.
Gabs? You got enough RCs, man. What haven't you got? Well, if you ever get sick of that,
I got like 60
Toyota,
wall buffs.
if you ever get sick of that outlaw, mate, just give me a buzzer.
Just send
The
Jack.
fucking
I'll let you
beast,
know.
that thing,
I'll
man.
let you know.
That's a beast, that thing. That's a beast.
Jack really wants the one
you,
that's
thank
been
you.
on the bedspread tonight.
So,
That's the
let me
one
ask
he
you
really
this.
wants.
Ah, man, I don't want that one with the eyes popping out. No way, mate.
I think we should find one and send it to him.
So who's this
Wait,
better,
wait,
mine's or Tony's?
Where, go and grab it. Where is it? Go and grab it. That's a beast, that thing. Grab it.
What, the truck?
The outlaw, whatever, the Toyota.
Okay.
I mean, that paint job he done on it was when
Okay,
I first saw it. When I first saw it, I thought, wow.
Hey guys, I'm gonna
Tiny.
drop off.
Tiny.
I'll talk to you guys
Hi,
later.
Brian. Thanks for being
Good
on.
night, man.
See you, Brian. Take care.
All right.
Yeah, see you,
Better
Brian.
Beanfield. See you, man.
No, I'm still here.
No, Beanfield's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Brian. Oh, I'm sorry. You see?
All right, old man, you got a spot for you
Because
there,
of my
mate.
face. All right, hold on. Give
Where's
me a
the,
second.
where's the old man so he can have his half an hour? Is he here still or what? Is he Tank?
Yeah, he's
Give
in the
me-
chat.
Give him his half an hour of fame. He's got to unbox something. He's got something in a box.
There, I
Come
posted
on,
the link
Tank.
if he wants to join.
Where are you, Tank?
Well, I think Tank just bought that lowrider today.
Is that
I
what
saw
it is?
the clip of him at the store. Like, I was wondering if he was just checking it out or.
Them are pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree.
No, too late, Tank. JM's here. Took your spot. Bad luck.
He saved you, right, Jack? I mean, James just
Mate,
saved you.
he comes up here. I'm gonna get stuck into him. Don't worry about that, mate. I'll give Tony a rest.
Yeah, like I was trying to let Beanfield know. even though the front of them, the white servos savers look good, the spring likes to push out the back side of them, and that'll affect the steering too.
What's
Okay.
is a servo like the slash servo? What is it?
The servo saver.
Yeah, her servo saver
but-
went out already
yeah.
once.
Yeah, but
Yeah, like I said-
what servo is it? Is it the 2075?
I just got the stock servo in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is a 2075, right?
2075 or 2072 or whatever it is.
Okay. If your shock cap keeps falling
It
off, that
turns.
means you
It
lost
turns.
all your
It
oil.
just-
Now your
it
front
just
drum is
pushes really
screwed
bad.
up. Fix the front
This is a
shock.
good point right here. You know, if the cap, I know you said you replaced the caps with, I'm
Yeah.
assuming metal caps. Did
Yeah,
you refill
aluminum
the
ones.
shocks? Did you
Yeah.
refill the shocks?
Yep.
You bled them.
Yep.
Okay, I was going to say it's not air filled and air locked.
But I know from my experience with those, the stock front tires, they're not a grippy tire. So if you're on the throttle trying to turn, it's gonna push those tires. That's why she needs to try to come off the throttle a little bit when
Where are you
turning.
getting all this money from, Tank? Where are you getting all this cash from, man? Buying all this. All of a sudden, you're buying a whole heap of
Oh, he did.
RCs. Where are you getting all this
Nice.
cash? That's what I want to know.
Nice. Very nice.
That's not cheap, that thing, is it?
No, it's like 500, I think. 5 or 6.
How do you,
one or the
how
other.
you, is that US, is it?
Yes, US.
How on earth did you afford nearly freaking $800 RC Tank? That's what I want to know, mate. Who's giving you cash?
Let me verify that.
Unbelievable.
If I'm not mistaken, John, I think they're
$599.99. I just looked. $599.99.
$5.99. That's like $800 here. You get that.
Is that a hard body on that, or is it Lexan?
I believe it is a hard body, right?
64s are a Lexan.
Is it really?
Yeah, the 64 lowrider is a Lexan body.
You sold 2 trucks. I can't wait for the epic videos you're going to make with that. You're going to be seeing your feet, your hands. You're going to be shaking the camera. Can't wait for that, Tank.
I did not realize that was a Lexan body on this. Okay.
Yeah, I seen the video that RC Patina guy did. I want to believe that they're like 4 or 5 pieces if you buy just a clear body. The rear fenders are separate. The front fenders, I think, were separate, and part of the back, like the deck lid.
What's it called? This thing, the Red Cat 64, is it?
Yep.
$850 you spent. You crazy or what? Wow. That's plus tax.
Yep.
Mate, I'll tell you what.
They've been selling pretty hot, I will say.
They're sold out, I think.
They sold out the first time, I know for sure, and I don't know if they did the second time or not. But
Yeah,
I mean,
they're supposed to do the second run on the first gen, and then the second gen is going to be a limited run.
Yeah, I think he said that 110 Hobbies or something had one or something like that. So he might have just gotten that, but it might be still a first run.
could be. I mean, I don't think I'd ever buy one, but I thought the whole idea behind it is cool. I mean, I think it's awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
the second
I mean-
one is going to have all the reach servos in it, even in the back, where the back end's going to be you'll be able to bounce it straight up instead of just hopping the front.
That's the one there, Jack.
Why? Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Why would you buy an RC like that for $850? Seriously, this is my opinion, but there's no way with that kind of money.
Well, most of the comps on that RC is reef servos.
Yeah.
So this thing does all this sort of it does hopping and everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
can
like- I
ride
don't
around
like
in
the-
3 wheels and all kinds of stuff.
I like the maroon coloured one, or that. I think it's maroon, is it?
Frank
I'm not
had
sure.
stock at GameStop.
And there's a blue one. There's only 2 colours. Is there blue and red?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
I
Yeah,
hear you,
Master
Gabe.
Boy.
Oh, it's
I
a
So there's
think-
blue and red,
it's
is
a
it?
it's a purple amethyst.
It's a purple.
Now he's talking about his
Mhm.
truck he went and got for you.
Yeah, we're talking about them, the low riders.
Oh, sorry. No, theirs is Outlaw there, Rampage. Yeah, that's a beast, that thing. Pity the colour's not coming out in the purple, though. Yeah, that
Yeah,
thing's
no.
a beast.
So this truck actually, in the sun, it gives you a black, it gives you a
Yeah,
brown, it
mate,
gives you a
it's all,
purple.
yeah, when I saw it, yeah, it pops out. Yeah, you did a good paint
Yeah.
job on that.
Thank you. So there it is, all for you, Jack.
Thank you
That's a
very
cool
much.
truck.
Yep, you bet. When you finish with it, just send it to Australia, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Gabe,
we'll
is that-
do.
Is that the Kyosho?
Yeah.
Yes.
How
And
do
you,
you,
It's,
you
uh,
put
Kyosho
those LEDs in
Outlaw
the
Rampage
LEDs.
how
Those
do you like
LEDs
that
at the
being
front.
two-wheel drive? Or is that four-wheel?
What's that?
That's 2-wheel drive.
2.
How do you like that being two-wheel drive?
But look, I'll tell you this, okay? It's not as fast as a Slash, but it gets more technical as you drive it. I don't know if I'm making sense, but
Yeah,
this
but I
thing
love
drives.
the articulation of the back, the suspension. That's what I liked about the articulation, mate. The way it's,
Exactly,
it reminded
yes,
me
and
kind
sometimes-
of like a trophy truck.
Exactly, yes. And see, so this thing, it drives, actually even drives as scale, okay? Because this thing, you don't know if it's gonna go left and right on you. So you really have to
Yeah.
be on your servo,
Yeah,
You have to be, really good to steer this.
Well, that's the
keep
thing
that
with
at a
2-wheel
straight line.
drive, though. 2-wheel drives, though, isn't it?
That,
When they first
that's
came out,
correct, yeah.
I
So
wanted to get
Yeah.
one.
No, but the articulation on the back of that's awesome, man. Especially in slow
yeah,
motion.
this thing is insane. Yeah, watch. See, look at that. It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Wow.
Yeah, Tony's doesn't beat that, mate. No way. No hope.
Yeah, my axial score doesn't even do that.
Oh, you got this the trophy truck, have you, Dennis?
Yeah, I've got the axial Yeti score. It doesn't do that. I mean, it's not a bad truck. It needs a different suspension, more or less, for the rear. It's a little too soft.
Too soft, yeah?
I took it up to one of the lakes out here, ran it across the beach before they did a sweeping on it, and like Dave said, you got to be on the steering to keep it where you want it to go.
Yeah.
Brushless on 3S, it's fast, but it's a handful when you're trying to keep it straight.
Well, those that one he's got there, that's just brushed.
Yeah, I wanted to get
No,
one when
mine-
they came out, and
Did you convert it? Did you?
away from it.
Yours is brushed, isn't it, Gabs?
No, it's brushless.
Are you brushless? Is it?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Does that have?
Look, I'm trying to light up. I'm trying
that's
to
right,
light
so
up the color
purple.
and see, like,
Yeah, the
like right
purple.
there looks black, and then coming over here, like, yeah, you can get. the
Yeah, I
purple.
seen a little bit of purple in there when you were moving
Mm.
that around.
Oh, if you
Yeah,
see his
yeah.
video, you'll see it straight away.
Yeah.
Gabriel, does that have the phaser system in it?
No, it's brushless. I put a Castle brushless system on there. I can showcase it for you guys.
I thought it had the Kyosho phaser system in it.
See right there, you see it? See? The Castle.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. Come on.
But what was it like when it
There
was
you go.
brushed, or did you built the kit, right? You did the kit, is that right?
Yes, I got the kit. Yeah.
You got
Yes,
the kit,
that's
yeah.
correct. Yeah. Yeah. See,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Castle, freshness. So yeah, looking right here, you can see the purple right here.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep. Looks good.
Hey,
What
is
about
Tanner
that?
leaving?
The stock wheels, yeah? Stock
Well,
wheels.
the stock wheels,
Tires?
there was a lot of, yes, yes. There was a lot of people that hated them. And personally, myself, I'm not gonna say love them or hate them, but they do the job. I mean,
Is that
if you want it to go straight, you can actually go straight. What's that?
the size of a slash? Or a bit smaller?
Yes.
Or a bit smaller? It is
Technically,
the size
yes.
of a
It
slash.
is well, this is slightly smaller than a slash, like slightly.
Okay. Okay.
You say the slashes
And
are what?
so yeah, these are the
13.5?
2.2.
Wheelbase is what, 13.3 or something like that, or 5 or something like that on the slashes.
I'm not sure, but
Yeah, I'm just saying it's
if
around
I can
there.
compare them, yeah. I do have a monster slash. I mean, it won't compare, but if you put them side by side, it's almost the same.
You made that, Gabriel?
But these are totally
the slash into a monster
What's that?
slash? Did you make the slash into a monster
no.
slash?
Oh yes, yes I did. Yeah.
All you
Yes,
need to do is just change the
have
wheels.
been a
Just
while.
put bigger
Yeah.
wheels on it. Just put bigger
Well,
wheels. I've done it in the
not
past.
just the wheels. I would suggest hex adapters, because if you put those monster tires on there, there's a bunch of body rubbing, especially on the chassis. So you definitely have to put the spacers.
I put on the Dakar I did it, and on the Slash I did it. It was fine.
Which put longer shocks on it?
No, I just put I can't remember what size wheels they were, but they were pretty big.
Well, I
think
have
they put the
I-
Tamiya wheels, the Blackfoot wheels on that at one stage as well. They did all right.
those are tiny. I have 2.8 tires on mine.
Oh, 2.8.
Yeah. So yeah, like a 2.8 tire, especially because I do have the trenchers, the 2.8
Yep.
trenchers. Those you have to put spacers on there, because if you just put them like that as is, since you have that flat chassis, once you put that tire, especially on the rear, there's a bunch of body rubbing, because once it does this, you're gonna body rub.
Yeah.
You ain't got that handy, do you?
Well, I can get it. Yeah, give me a second.
All right.
I'll be back.
I was going to say, I thought when they do the monster slashes, they change the shock towers, they change the shocks on them, the hexes and the tires.
It's the first I've ever heard of the monster slashes. It's
I was gonna do that, but I got the Stampede instead.
Yeah. And so I don't even think was it
Four-wheel
Jay?
drive.
I think it was J Concepts made the parts or something for it, but I don't even know if they even make them anymore. Yeah, they had a conversion kit you could pick up.
Yeah, that thing looks really cool, man. When the four-wheel drive Stampede comes out again, I'm gonna get one of them. They're back ordered.
Yeah. Or save yourself some money and see if you can find an Armor Sentinel that's four-wheel drive, and it's about $150 less.
There you go.
Yeah, but then I won't have parts for. Then I'll have to buy parts for two different cars.
No,
So
I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
You know. parts availability for armors are sometimes a little sketchy too.
Is Tank still in the chat? No,
I think he's left. I think I see later. I see the tank RC, and then it says later underneath it.
No, I think he was saying goodbye to. I think he was saying goodbye to Dan.
Yeah, because he posted at 10:39. Yes, all different piece talking about the body on the 64.
Tank,
Yeah.
But I think he's still there.
not.
I know we got 10 people watching.
Yeah, I want to make
It
a
said
deal.
there could be 10 people in the chat when I clicked on
That's
the
six.
thing.
If you pay for it.
Oh,
If you pay
okay.
for it. The free one is 6.
Free win 6.
Yep.
Jay, let's use my Zoom account next week so you can have more people in. Here you go, Tank. Tank's running the show again. Tank, I'll make a deal with you. I'll make a deal. Can you showcase me for 1 minute, please, Jay, mate?
Sure can.
Tank, I'll make you a deal. All right, I'm going to make you a deal right now. Give me that low rider, right, and $1,000, and I'll give you this. He's gonna hate me. He's gonna hate me. Right, you're gonna hate me, but $1,000 on top with the low rider, you can have this. Free shipping. Free shipping, I'll give you. So you give me that piece of plastic you got there with the shock. Look, he says no thanks.
No thanks.
No thanks, huh? Oh yeah, that's what you've been saying after all these years. No thanks. Wow, mate. You have me $850, mate. By the way, Tank, this cost me $187. Not $850, mate. $187 it cost me. These are the right wheels for this car, by the way. That's what I had on the VZ Commodore.
Yep, agree.
These are the what comes with this car.
Yeah, and they look good for that body style too.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool car.
It sits lower than what it is. I've just got it. I haven't adjusted the post for this one, but it actually sits quite low.
Is
So this is my own low rider, Tank.
Does it tuck the rear tire a little bit when it sits down proper?
Yes, it does.
Sweet.
Yes.
Very nice.
Both the front and the rear.
And the front, nice.
Yeah, both.
Awesome.
It goes right down here, so it goes right under the guards.
Very period correct then.
It's practically the body is kind of scraping the tire, really. That's how far down you can put it.
Okay.
But I lift it up a little bit because if you go over a bump or something, you get all the scratches and you don't want to. But this body is a funny body because a few years ago it was packed in a box, and I took it out of the box, and the back of it just cracked, and it just like a jigsaw puzzle. So it was just weird. It is excellent, but the back end of this car, it crumbled. Like I picked it up out of the box, and the back end just where the light is there, it just crumbled and it fell to pieces. Just bits and pieces was coming off. So I kind of hardened up or something. Might have been the heat maybe or something. I don't know, but I was spewing, and I had to patch it back up again and glue it and put some painter's tape underneath, and it was kind of a shame, but you can't really see it.
No, it looks like you did a pretty decent job.
Yeah, you can see it there, just under the yeet.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah, well, there's no Carfax with that, right?
There's no what?
No Carfax.
No.
For tank, yeah.
No, he'll say no thanks, but trust me. He creams himself when he sees this car. Trust me, he creams himself. Trust me on that one. Trust me. I wish I'm holding this, but I wish I had my SSU. He'd cream himself more. Just taking the piss out of him.
All right, so Gabe, he went and got this
here
the
it
Monster
is.
Slash.
Thank you, Gabriel.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, this is the Monster Slash. So these are the 2.8 trenchers. Okay, and hopefully my camera can help me there. No, hold on.
What do you got trenches on there? Is it?
So the spacers. Watch. Come on, see? You see the spacers?
Not really.
No.
Not really. See, you can turn the wheel out a little more further there.
Yeah, turn the wheel out more. We'll put the
There
torch
you
a
go.
bit closer.
Oh, there we
yeah.
go.
There you go.
Saw it. Yep.
Ah,
So, yeah.
it's funny.
These
looking at those
tires,
spacers.
if you can see, if you put the stock hexes on there, okay. I mean, look at how much wider they are, right? But if you put them as is, you're gonna have a bunch of rubbing on the A arm. So that's why, and this is the way it sits.
Put it. Can you put it on? Put it on the side view.
Sure. Side view, sure. Right.
Oh wow! I've never seen that before.
Oh, I like that body.
I've never
Yeah,
seen this before.
is that the Pro line, right?
How come you haven't done any
Yeah,
videos with this thing?
This thing's a hell of a truck, man.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
What's that?
I've never seen a video with this truck.
Thank you. Yeah, it's there.
I mean, they're pretty big wheels, aren't they?
No, and trust me, man. I sometimes I even tell myself,
The tires are pretty soft compound on those, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah, they're
very soft.
Yeah, and it is, man. Once you do a Monster Slash, on Slash, oh man, the capabilities are way. The only thing is, if you overpower it, I also have a castle on there. So this thing tends to do wheelies. The only thing is, once you initial wheelie, it starts doing this. Because how heavy I guess the tires are. But
no,
yeah, man,
probably more so because it's not wide enough.
No, it's wide. Remember it.
I wonder
what's that body? What is that body?
It's the Pro
It's a
line
78
Chevy, right?
Chevy Blazer.
Chevy Blazer.
Yes. Well, the truck. It's not a Blazer. It's a K. Is it a K?
K5, something like that.
I'm not.
It's
yeah, it's a square body.
K10. Yeah.
Kevin Gibbs says the old school desert buggy vibe.
Yeah,
Good night, Tank. Thanks for
you
watching.
got the wide fenders in the front too.
Yeah.
C10.
That's how the body comes out,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the C10. I get them confused. Like I know the K is 4-wheel drive, the C is a 2-wheel drive. I get them very, very confused. Yeah, see, there you go. AZ Froggies. So the C is 2-wheel drive, the K, yeah, So this is a C10 technically.
I wonder if you made it at an open rear diff, if it would stop that rear shake.
Look, honestly, the way it drives, man, I've gotten used to the way it performs.
No, I was just
dangling,
throwing it out there as a suggestion or an idea.
Yeah, and that could work. Yeah, we can eliminate that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we could, or add also a thicker diff fluid on there.
So I was saying the wideness, not saying it's not a wide vehicle, but so my Traxxas Max in stock form, especially on 4S, it likes to wheelie like crazy, and it does the same thing. You get it up on the back wheels and it starts walking side to side, but it now has the wide kit on it, so it's wider, and that took out a ton of that walking. Because it's just now it's not one on the Traxxas Max, it's bouncing off the tires because it gets up on the wheelie bar and it basically is, the tires are coming off the ground. So it bounces now that they're wider. it's able to sort of just hold itself.
Alrighty, guys, it was fun. Thanks for inviting me. I gotta go run and get the wife.
All right. Thanks for being on, man. Good to see
Not a
you.
Alrighty,
problem.
John. Appreciate
night.
it,
See you
man.
later, John.
Hey, John.
Good night.
Take it easy. Have a good one, man.
Yeah, I should have built one of them instead of bought the Stampede, but you know.
Yeah, and they're very easy, honestly. So what you do is just buy the 2.8 trenchers, and then just get some spacers, the hex spacers, adapters of your liking, and yeah, just put them on there. You know.
Those are probably like a 12 millimeter spacer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a 10 to 12. I think Proline Racing, not Proline, I'm sorry, Hot Racing, actually sells like a universal kit. You know, different lengths of the hex
I have
spacers.
a set of 12 millimeter ones that I've never used, actually.
Yeah, there you go, man. You can build one of these.
I just took my Trail Honcho body and put it on my 4-wheel drive Stampede a couple of days ago. Fits
Oh,
pretty
wow,
good.
really?
Yeah.
I bet, huh?
It's my Predator body. It's all Predatored out.
Very nice.
And I was
So
gonna,
we're,
I was gonna say, I was gonna say briefly, you know, like I have so many RCs, man, that sometimes I even forget I own them. That's how bad it is.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, I know
funny,
you took a
man.
long time to
You
get
know?
that one. I'm like, man, where did he go? Down in the
went
basement?
out to the
Oh
shed.
yeah, because it was.
Oh, to the
Yeah.
shed. That's right. He has a shed,
Yeah.
don't he? Yeah.
Yeah, I have a shed. Oh yeah. So.
I can't forget how many I have. My wife reminds me.
Dodging the rattlesnakes and the scorpions. Go out to the shed.
G'day,
Right.
Brett. Good to see you in there, mate. How you doing, Brett? Good to see you, mate.
Hey, good evening. So, any other questions on the Monster Slash?
Nah, it's a beast. That's what I can
Thank
say.
you for letting
I
me
like
see
it.
How you
that,
going? How you
Gabriel.
going, Brett?
No,
Yeah,
you're
Thanks
welcome.
for showcasing that. Yeah.
I might have to find your video of it on your channel and check it
Yeah,
out.
I've never. How long ago did you upload a video of that? Would have been a while now.
I think like about a year or so.
You
So
sure?
the thing is, the video is sort of hidden because before
Oh, is
this
it?
body, I used to have the Mike Jenkins Monster Slash on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was all blacked out. So that's why, yeah. The thumbnail is basically that truck, but you know,
Oh,
on the
okay.
caption it says, you know, that I changed out the body. That's
Yeah,
why,
yeah.
not many people saw it because of that.
So is the video
So,
with this body or with the other body?
with the Mike Jenkins, not this body.
Okay. Okay.
That's the
So,
thumbnail.
so that means you need to do a
Jenkins
new
one,
video.
isn't it?
You need to do a new video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, right now, see, the thing is, right now I'm into crawling. You know, it's like once I
Yeah,
go
true.
back to this, and you know,
What's
So-
Tina and Louise? What channel? Obviously, you're using a different account, but what's your channel? Does anyone know what Tina and Louise's channel is?
I do not.
Okay.
Hey, Gabriel, I know I saw your picture you posted with the two TRXs. I didn't look to see comments. What was the overall outcome of that?
oh boy, oh man. So YouTube, it was all orange, and Instagram
no.
it was all blue. So it's
Okay.
like I don't know, you know. And I gotta say this, you know, the 72 was more likable, you know, than the 79. Why? Because YouTube, I think, only had like 3 or 4 inquiries, and then on Instagram, I think I had like 10 answers saying that it's the 72.
Yeah, I left
So,
him one.
you know,
He said, which one would you like? I said, I would like the 72.
yeah, please ship it to me. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
I meant to respond and forgot to, but for me it would have been the orange and white. but that's because I have the red and black version of that one. So
Oh yeah. And true story, I purchased the black and red to do the 72. So I have a body, just a spare body.
do you want
Yeah,
to
so
sell that body?
No, actually, I want to keep it for parts because I know those parts come
I
in
don't
handy,
blame
man.
you. I don't blame you.
You know. So, but yeah, who knows? What, you need a body or what?
Well, I have the red, the black and red one, and my body's beat up, but I wouldn't mind having a nice, clean body. I mean, Traxxas did a phenomenal job on those bodies as far as
Yes.
scale look, and I mean, God, they're beautiful. I mean, that's especially for a Lexan
Yes.
body, they are beautiful.
I
I
agree.
kind of
Yes.
lean to the 72 because I got a 72 Oldsmobile Cutlass. My mother bought 72 and she gave me when I graduated from high school. So,
You still have that?
Oh, nice, man.
oh yeah, she's
That's a
sitting
nice
underneath
car.
my carport. Ragtop.
Nice.
Ooh, nice, man.
Yeah,
That's one hell of a car.
she's got 300,000 miles on it, man. Original motor, transmissions. I've been through a couple of transmissions, but just painted it. Well, a long time ago. Grabber green, black. Redid the interior. She's got a few
Refresh
car
my
shows.
memory. So the Oldsmobile Cutlass is the one that has those. I think those like those like a rectangle lights, right, on the front.
No, they have there are two lights on the front. They're square. Or you can call them rectangle, kinda. Yeah.
Hey, Fern Solo, welcome.
Hey, good evening.
What's going on, Fern?
Yeah, she's got some best in
Oldsmobile
shows.
Oldsmobile did the, what is it, 442 motor?
Yeah,
right?
she's got. Yeah, mine's got the 350 in it. 350 Rocket. But I downshift. I go about 80 miles an hour and downshift in the second, and hit up to about 95, and then hit drive and keep going.
Oh wow!
Back in that's why the transmissions are gone. Back in the day, man.
That explains. Awesome, man.
Yep.
Used to have the loudest stereo in Connecticut, man. Well, where I was from, Plainfield and Davidson, yeah.
You are in East.
Was that Basher?
You're in East Texas right now, right?
Yeah, I'm a little bit out of Austin.
Out of Austin. Okay, so like San Antonio and stuff. Oh, hey.
No. I'm like about 10 minutes away from Austin.
Okay, so hey, you're like about 8-9 hours away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how big
That's
Texas
not that
is.
far.
Yeah, that's just a little bit.
I mean, you're in the same state. I mean, how far can it be?
Just around the corner.
No, and the funny story also, a good friend of ours, Scottzilla RC. I haven't seen him in a while. Hopefully he's doing all right. He's over there down in Brownsville.
I haven't heard Scottzilla. I haven't heard from Scottzilla either. He used to be on the chats all the time.
Right.
That's how I made.
Well,
I kind of made mine a monster truck, monster slash like that.
I didn't see him on 11 Charlie the other night either.
Yeah, but
That's your monster slash.
Yeah, they're beadlock.
Yeah,
wheels.
it's a monster slash.
They're just crawler wheels that I got. They're actually crawler wheels, and they work fantastic. I couldn't believe it.
Somebody just posted something. What did it say about the Oldsmobile? I can't read too good, guys.
Oh yeah, it's the motor was never 442. 442 stand for 4-barrel 4-speed to dual exhaust.
Yeah, right. Dual exhaust. Yeah.
The tires on those wheels are like the Proline chisels. They're kind of the same, but that for what they are, they actually handle pretty good on that And that's a VX. I've got a VXL in that, so
Yeah.
that's the same body that Gabs was talking about, the Mike Jenkins. You got the same one, Gabs, yeah?
That's a
Yes.
stock, ain't it? They cut the wheels out, the wheel wells out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But that's the Mike Jenkins body. I mean, it
Yeah,
doesn't
and
look
then
too good
so
there because it's too dark, but I can play it.
And see, the thing is, the hype of that Mike Jenkins body was that if you would purchase the Mike Jenkins edition body, that was the first, I think, well, not the first, but it would mimic the mortar, if I'm not mistaken, right? I mean, that was the whole hype of that.
Oh, it had a
That body.
motor sound in it.
Yeah, motor, the sound module.
This for a jump. Tried to send it, eh?
Nice.
Look at that. Look at this. I've put this thing through that
Oh,
much.
hey.
I've put this thing through that
Boom.
much, and nothing's broken on this thing. The only thing that's happened to it in the time I've had it is just the shock, the what do you call it? The bottom of the shock bent, right? Just where the shock cap is underneath, it just bent a little bit, but that's about it. But other than that, that's why I always say it's probably the best RC I've ever bought. And there's the Dakar version of it. And those
Nice.
bodies are awesome, the Dakars. I didn't really like the orange. That's why I got the black.
When Traxxas came out with the Slash, didn't they have the Slayer also?
No, that was a different one. That was the Nitro, I think. The Slayer was the Nitro. 4x4 or whatever it is.
Yeah, because I remember it didn't last very long.
It didn't?
No, as soon as the Slash turned into a class for off-road racing, that Slayer went away.
I did see a couple. I think David Jackson, who's another old friend of mine who's come back and he's uploading again. He's heavily into the Nitros, but he's got a Slayer Nitro.
Yeah, they didn't sell very well. Like I said, as soon as the Slash came in and they actually came up with a class just for that, you didn't see the Slayers at all.
I'll be back in a second.
Alrighty.
Yeah. But the most reliable RC I've ever had. Unbelievable.
Nice, Fern. I like that.
What happened? What did I miss?
Fern said the Oldsmobile had the 2.21 gigawatt engine.
Gigawatt.
Going back to Back to the Future.
It ran on banana peels and garbage.
Hey, Fern, if you want to see Gabs, you got to do a rewind, mate.
Yep, just hit the rewind and I'm there.
Hit the rewind. Hit the rewind.
That'll be the last time you'll see me there.
Ah, come on, Gabs. Come on, man. I got you out, mate. Come on. Come on. You owe me now. You owe me that outlaw. Just go to 54. Go to 54. 54, 50. You'll see him. Just rewind it.
Yeah.
You'll see him. You'll see him around that timeline.
I'll do that from time to time, man. But I don't know. Trust me.
Come on, man.
I don't feel comfortable showcasing my tired face. You know.
What's that got to do with anything? I'm tired every day. He's get tired. Dennis gets tired. We all get tired. What's the matter with you?
Well, Jack, I mean, you are old, though. I mean, that's part of the reason you're tired.
Thanks a lot, mate. Appreciate it. Hey, Dennis, how old are you, Dennis? Wait. How old are you, Dennis?
All the time.
How old are you, Dennis? How old are you?
I'll be 56 in April.
Okay, I'm going to be 56 in March. But have a good look at his face and my face. I look 20 years younger.
20 years younger than me? No, you don't.
And if you guys
Who
are
looks
curious, I'm 30.
Yeah, you're only a baby, mate. Who looks older, Dennis or me? For our age, Dennis.
The young boy. Nice.
I reckon it's the beard, Dennis.
Well, this is my winter coat, so
yeah. Yeah.
I have to be. I'm 43. I'll be 44 this year.
This is my summer coat, bro.
There you go, Fern. Fern.
Hey!
There.
Good on you, mate. Good on you. Now he's loving it. See, now he's going to put his head on all the time.
So
what are you on what are you doing? You on the steroids or something? You're pumping iron, mate. What are you doing with that? Look at the size of his forearms, mate. No, what have you been doing? You're on the roids, bro. You're taking the good old jab, mate.
No.
Hey, Gabriel, show Jack that ring close up.
What is it?
Show Jack your ring close. No,
Easy. Come on, easy. What have I done wrong? I got the black out on the camera. Well, he's going to give me the finger.
I know, right? I know.
Okay,
so you guys wanted
My
to see
camera's
some Bachelor
messed
Boy?
up.
Okay, here I am.
We're a Bachelor Boy.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
hey, Gabs.
53,
Gabs.
so
Gabs, all we need now is to get Axio out. We
what?
can have twins,
Right,
mate. We'll
yeah.
get Axio out. Get Axio out.
We
Hey,
can get
Marcel.
Axel out of the
What
closet.
kind of
Mr.
camera
Marcel,
should I buy,
Marcel,
guys?
Marcel, C920
A C920?
Logitech, yeah.
One that works?
Or go to the C922. They're pretty good.
C922?
I'm using a C920 at the moment.
One that works, I guess, huh?
Hey,
Just
you can get cheaper.
I found this one in just a
I'm using
pile
my
of stuff,
tablet.
man.
all you got to
using
do
your
is just
tablet,
look
yeah.
up an inexpensive webcam.
Yeah,
Don't get broke on it.
Yeah, get Logitech though. They're pretty good brand, you know.
I agree with Logitech's pretty good brand.
Yeah, Logitech's been around a long time. You know, even my first webcam years ago was Logitech.
The
Don't
computer
touch
I'm
the,
on is so
don't touch the
old, it's
Microsoft.
unbelievable.
Oh, well, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna have lag.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna.
Yeah, get a decent one that's got a good mic on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just using the. It's funny, you know. I was in a live stream last night, and all these people are buying these knockoff microphones with the arm, the pop filter, the whole lot, and they look like they're a DJ. You know what I mean? That's what these mics look like.
Mm.
They're like $30 US, right? And they sound absolute crap. This is a $3 microphone. If I put this up to my mouth, it sounds better than this. And that's $3. You know? It's a Sony knockoff. It says Sony on it, but it's
I'm
actually
just
a knockoff.
using my phone.
Yeah, even the phone with the headset, they work fantastic, mate.
Yep.
But all these $30 microphones that people are buying, these V8s or whatever they're called, with the long arm, you can extend them and the pop filter and all that, absolute rubbish. It won't last a month.
Trying to get my wife's laptop back. The screen went on it, and my mother knew a guy that knows a guy, and oh, I'm sick. Oh, I'm out of town. It's like, oh, damn. I don't think we're ever going to get the computer back.
It's funny. Fern's telling Gabs to show his face while Fern wears a mask. Where's the logic in that? How does that work, Fern? Seriously, bro. How does that make any sense?
He got lots of masks, man.
He's telling Gabs to show his face, but he's wearing a mask. I don't know.
That's funny.
I got
That's
beef
funny.
all
Yeah,
set
look,
up.
and if you guys ever want to see my face, I guess I'll just do it upon request. How's that? That'll work.
Jack could be requesting that every time.
You going to put what's underneath the sheet?
Come on, man.
Right.
What's this request to see my face? Come on.
Well, Jack's going to be saying that
I'll
every
do it.
week.
OnlyFans.
Come on. What? No, I'm not going to say that. I'm glad I met the bloke. But you want to see who's talking, and you want to see the person behind the voice, not hands.
How often have you
And
seen
I can see.
Justin on 11 Charlie?
How often have I what? Sorry.
Do you ever see the guy Justin, the voice on 11 Charlie?
Nope.
I used to cam
Nope.
Justin all the time. I
Yeah,
know what he
yeah.
looks like.
One time.
No,
One time.
he
And that
used to
was when
put.
he was at work and he turned his phone up while
Yeah,
he was
he's doing the sandwiches
That was it. That's the only time you've seen him. Other than that, you got to see him on Facebook.
on Facebook.
Yeah, he had his picture up on Facebook for
I
one
used
of
to
the
cam.
events.
I used to cam Justin nearly every day. I know what he looks like. I used to talk to him on Hangouts all the time. And then one day he just disappeared. And that was it. Never
Now
spoke
he's
to him
the
again.
voice.
Yeah.
He just disappeared.
Yeah, he went from BSRC to JV The Voice. Justin Brown.
Yeah, but
The Voice.
but he just disappeared. He didn't talk to me anymore. I don't know what I did to the bloke.
He
No,
does
No,
it
but the thing is, I know what happened was that he just, I think he got more hours working, and it was harder for him to join here. And
But isn't
stuff
he in
like
11
that,
Charlie every week?
So-
He's in 11 Charlie every week, isn't he? I don't know why he changed his name.
Yeah,
to
but
The
look,
Voice. I don't
sometimes
know what
he's
that's
working.
all about.
Sometimes
He does,
he's working. He's busy.
Yeah, that's his work.
Well, between
Yeah,
11
that's what
Charlie
he does,
and
man.
work,
He works at a truck stop.
he's been on, but he hasn't been as active with 11 Charlie because he's been at work.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, I think he
Yeah,
works different shifts now and again, though.
yeah.
I think. Yeah, I
Hey,
was
Kate,
very close with the bloke. I was very good friends with him. One day he just disappeared. Changed his name to whatever that. I don't know what that name is. The Voice, whatever. I don't know.
hey, KBRC,
Well,
I
hey, ask
posted
him
a
up on
link in
request.
the I posted a link in the private chat for you for a
No, just a
webcam.
Okay.
What's the
That
cam?
it's like $20 on Amazon. It's not a Logitech, but I did pick one up and it actually worked pretty good. I'm not using it right now, but I had picked it up for my son.
What's the resolution on it? Do you know?
Let's see if it says. Let's see.
For $20, you're not going to get much.
What's 1080p, 110 degree widescreen.
Well, that's all right. As long as it's 1080p.
Yeah. Let's see. Does it give any other information?
Let's have a look at this camera.
It's 1920 by 1080 up to 30 frames per second.
These are knockoffs. These things won't last long, mate. Trust me. These won't last long. The brand is called Tululu.
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
But it works. I mean, for a $20 camera, it
Have you actually
Yeah.
do it? Jay mentioned just I know a lot about this sort of technical stuff, right? Now,
Yeah.
with your webcam, right? You know what you do? Do a test where you record yourself for say 30 seconds or something, right? Then save the video wherever you save it in your computer, right? Then do it in the full resolution, whatever, right? 1080, and then save it to your videos files on your computer wherever you save your videos. Right click on it, go to properties, and then click on details, and it'll give you exactly what this thing's shooting in.
Okay.
And the frame rate.
Gotcha. So I don't have that camera with me right this second. It's
No, whenever you get it.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
Do a test and see what it's actually filming, and have a look at the bit rate and everything, and see what the resolution and the frame rate is.
Okay.
Yeah, I
'Cause
just plugged
they
this
can
one
say
in.
it's 1080, but it's not 1080. You get what I'm saying?
No, I do follow you there.
Yeah,
Just because they say it doesn't mean it is.
that's correct. Yes.
I just plugged this one in into this extra port here, and on down here it says stop camera, and I hit it and nothing comes up, and then I hit it again, and then you guys come up. So I guess this camera's not working at all.
Have you plugged it in while you've been in StreamYard, right?
Yeah, it's better to plug it in
Plug it in
before
before you come on. So get
okay,
out
I just
and then
plugged
come
it
back
in now. I just
No.
plugged it in now.
Go out and then come back in and then start the camming in. Try that.
But you
Yeah,
got
I
the
don't know how to
option
do
where
that.
you got,
So,
what do you mean you don't know how to do that?
I'm not computer genius, man.
No. The StreamYard,
Terrible.
the StreamYard window. You got down the bottom, stop and start cam and stuff.
Oh, I see it
And
says leave studio.
yeah. And
Should
on the
have
left of that,
a cam mic button.
yeah, a cam.
Yeah, it
and
has
then
a
just
microphone
choose-
camera
yeah,
button. Yeah,
Yep,
And then there should be
yeah.
one with the gear that says
The
cam
gear.
/ mic.
right.
And that's where you choose that cam. You got the option to choose it.
Yep.
And the audio, whatever.
Oh.
So try it. Maybe have a test. Go out and come back in and see if it works.
But a lot of times I'll say with cameras or anything, computer wise, if you hook it up in the middle of being used, it's usually not going to connect. You usually need to, the same thing like a remote. You hook a remote into a computer and you're already in the game. It's not going to start working for you. You need to go out of the game and come back into the game with that remote hooked up.
Ah, okay. It's like a reset, really. That's all it is.
Yep.
Well,
yep.
gentlemen, I got to run.
No, it's good to see you, mate. Nice
Oh,
to see you.
yeah, I answered that to Fern Solo.
Yep. And Fern, I will be at USTE, so I look forward to meeting you there. Yeah, actually, I'm about ready, to be honest. We're going on 2.5 hours. I'm about ready to wrap up, honestly. I've had a long week. I'm tired.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll plug this in next week before I see if I can get on and see if we can get this thing working.
Like Gabriel, if you can hold on for just a second, I'll let you close this out. I'll go around and let everybody say final words, and I'll let you close out.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well,
all right. So, Jack,
we'll
I'll let you start.
I'll be here.
Nice. Thanks for having me on the panel. And
Definitely. Had a good time.
Good to see you. Thanks so much, JMH, Dennis, everyone in the chat.
Absolutely.
And Dennis looks older than me. I'm joking, bro. I'm joking, bro. You know that. Thanks for having me on. Thanks a lot. Good stream. This is what do you reckon, huh?
Nice. Dennis, you're up.
Cut and polish, bro.
Hey, thanks for having me on the Jack Show. And
I'll give it to him. He's a funny man. He's a funny man.
That was a good time. Thanks for
Definitely.
We'll talk to you guys again next week.
Absolutely.
And we never spoke about Tamaya, by the way. Is Tank still in the chat?
He's older. He's older.
He's older. No, you're older than me by a month. How's that, eh? 1 month apart, eh?
You're older than me. You said March.
Oh, sorry. I got confused there.
Yeah, see?
That's old age.
We gotta see the certificates now. Bring them out.
Yeah.
No.
That's for next week. That's for next week.
Next week, yeah. Next week.
KVRC, if you got anything you want to say.
Yeah, I just appreciate you guys letting me talk to you. And Basher Boy, thanks for letting me see that slash, man. It was really cool.
Yeah, hey, no problem.
I thought you were going to say thanks for letting me see your face.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
I guess my face wasn't that impressive.
No.
I want to say thanks for everybody that's joined us tonight. Everybody that's been on the panel, Jack, Dennis, KBRC. I had a good time. It's been a blast tonight. It's been hilarious. So thank you, everyone. I want to thank I want to thank Gabriel for allowing me to host when he hadn't been able to. I appreciate the opportunity. So thank you. And I'll let
no problem,
Master Boy close it out.
I still can't work that out. Seriously, I can't work that one. I can't work that out. I can't work that one out. 2 separate channels, and I can't work it out. I can't work it out.
So if you go, I know you love to hear this from me, Jack. If you go to my channel,
go for it.
Okay.
No, it's better. It's better now.
All the information is there.
Yeah, but it's better if you do it now with the camera on. If you go to my channel.
Oh, okay, fine. Let's do that really quick. Hold on.
See, there he's getting.
See that JMH, he's getting confidence there. So he's getting cocky.
If you go to my channel,
Thanks for joining the Jack Show.
You're lagging,
if you go to
mate.
my
You're lagging.
channel, everything is there.
Well, you must have say goodbye to everyone.
No,
while
but
you're on
yeah.
camera. Ladies and
So yeah,
gentlemen, what's the other stuff you got? What's the other trademarks? What's the other trademark sayings you got? Ladies and gentlemen.
hello,
what else
ladies
is
and
there?
gentlemen. RC
Yeah, what
Bash
else
Boy
is
here. Welcome.
That's the one. That's the one.
RC Bash Boy here. Thanks for watching.
That's it. Yeah, that's right. That's
So
right.
yeah, I really wanna thank GMHRC, for actually hosting whenever I'm not available.
Yeah, he does a great job.
And again,
This is
if
how.
you guys are confused,
This is not a
you guys
robot
are
stream like
confused,
tanks.
who's hosting.
We're
Right.
gonna give it a tank. I'm gonna give it a tank. It's a robot
So
stream tank.
if you're curious to see who's hosting, or just go onto my community tab. Everything will be there. I will let you guys know what's gonna happen on a Saturday. So far, believe it or not, I haven't been able to host. And I've let John JMHRC himself to actually start the show and stuff like that. And again, man, I really, really do appreciate you stepping up to the plate, you actually hosting the live streams, and I really, really can't thank you enough. So,
You're welcome.
so thumbs up.
That's all right. You can just stay in the
and,
panel. And John can host. He's doing a great job, mate.
Just gonna have
exactly.
to let Jack
Hey, who knows, man? Yeah.
his show.
Hang on, wait. What did Dennis say? I heard my name there.
You're gonna have to let Jack start hosting because it's turning into the Jack Show now.
Oh, come on, mate.
The Jack Show.
Come on. That's not it. Mate, I told you I was in tanks the other day. I couldn't get a word in. Couldn't get a word in. I was just sitting there like I was sitting there like a friggin' idiot. I said, "What's the point of me being up here? I can't get a word in here." It is sitting there listening to all this garbage.
I was out there the other night when we were talking with Brad, and Brad wouldn't shut up about the Tamiya.
It wasn't just Brad. They were talking about gaming. I'm not interested in gaming. Gaming, I'm not interested. I know it's open mic, but I don't care about gaming. It's RC, isn't it?
Thumbs are too much for gaming.
RC, not gaming. So. They went on and on and on and on about gaming. I'm thinking, what am I doing here, man? Can't get a word in, and I'm listening to this garbage.
All right, well, hopefully next week.
All righty, gentlemen. So that's all I have to say. And tune in next week. Who knows? It could be me. It could be John. Hey, who knows, man?
That's all right. As long as you go. If you're going to host next week, you better be on camera from start to finish. Hey, you know what's funny, Gabs? You know what's funny? Let me tell you something. Sorry, Dennis. I don't want it to be about me, but it's funny because I get JMH notifications more than I do yours. When you do a stream, I never get them. I never get your notifications.
Well, you gotta hit that notification button.
Sorry.
No, I gotta do it for him. No. JMH is like they pop up every week.
Okay, so you want to make it official? Fine, we'll make it a JMHRC's channel.
Nah.
I need to do that.
You can alternate, but why are you going to do it on the same? You can do one day there, one day here.
I will say.
No, it's because
not next weekend, but I'm looking at my calendar. Hold on, so I just make sure I get it right. So not next weekend, but the following, the 20th. I definitely won't be able to because that's USTE weekend. So I will probably be driving and going to my buddy's house to crash, and then get up and repeat the next day to finish the third day. So if there's a live stream, I might pop in for a few minutes, but I don't even know if that'll happen. So, I appreciate everybody being on. Yep, we all have lives, right? So,
what do you reckon?
Exactly.
What do you reckon, Dennis? we should start our
Hey,
own live
So look,
streams.
this is an
Me
opportunity.
and you, Dennis. Me and you.
So this is an opportunity, Jack. You want to be? Yeah,
There we
you
go.
want to be third string, Jack?
What's
Third
that?
string.
Oh no,
Love it.
I reckon we have me and Dennis. We started our streams like it'd be the comedy show, man. I'm telling you right now.
Hey,
The Dennis and Jack
why
comedy
not,
show.
right?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, I'll be in it. I don't care. I don't do live
Welcome
streams,
to the old time show.
Yeah, right.
Hang on, I'm just gonna go get my walking frame, mate.
All right, but everybody in the chat that's watched tonight, thank you. Thanks for joining us, and we're gonna end the live stream here. And everybody have a good night.
Bye bye.
Yeah, good night.
Thanks for having us.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you very much.
See you.
Thanks.
Take it easy.
Devil horns.